Hell yeah, man. That's what I was saying. You get a jet ski. You don't need a license for that. If they say you do, a jet ski can outrun a boat simply on maneuverability alone.
That's
So
exactly right.
it's basically what I'm trying to say is, if you're a good enough driver, you don't need a license for anything.
I
What
have a
about you?
license to
What'd you
ill.
do this weekend? That's
I think it's about to expire,
that's.
though. I think get that
I don't
renewed.
I don't think that's going to fit into my scenario as much because I have a license to not ill.
Oh, really? The license to health? So you're a doctor, in
Yeah.
other words.
I wouldn't say. I mean, yeah, but I wouldn't say that. You know who is like a doctor actually? Is this funny little man named Dylan.
No, I'm asking
He's
you,
actually,
Doctor Who.
He's actually the reason why we're doing a toilet wine tonight. Because Dylan's not here.
Play the toilet sound.
He's actually doing some volunteer work this week.
Oh, I see.
He's giving out back alley colonoscopies. I don't know if he's like certified for it, but by gum, he's trying his darndest.
I know he works closely with that industry, so I hope that he knows what he's doing.
Also, he's pretty good around an asshole.
And he's full of shit, so he should know much about it.
Know much about it. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, here we are again.
Back to the lab
Joe
again.
and Chachi back to the lab again, doing some toilet wine. We are ravenous and we're thirsty, and I want some of that TW right down my esophagus if I don't mind.
Right down the gullet.
If I can, I will. So what are we talking about this week? Some kind of toilet thing? Is Timmy Morrow coming back? I don't know what's going on here.
It's definitely toilet related in one meaning of the word, but not in the way we're going to use it tonight.
Okay, absolutely. We've all asked us this question before. If we're not psychopaths, we make decisions in our lives, whether justified or not. We have negative or positive interactions with people. Maybe they're friends, maybe they're family, maybe they're strangers. But we have to ask ourselves every once in a while, am I the asshole here? Look inwardly. Am I the asshole? Luckily, the internet has
We've
come
all
to
been
our...
there. We've all been the
been
asshole
there.
in some situation.
We've all been the asshole for sure, but not a lot of people always ask if they are the asshole. It's good to look inwards, because some people think they're never the asshole, and those people are the biggest assholes of all.
Sometimes it's not so obvious. Sometimes it couldn't be more obvious.
They're subtle. And there's always the option of everyone's the asshole. It could be everyone's situation's an asshole, and not just one person.
It could be Dennis Leary.
It could be Dennis Leary, where he's an asshole, and everyone who likes him is an asshole. I mean, who knows? There's a lot of assholes out there, and there's elbows too, and it's hard to tell the difference between them sometimes. But what we're going to go today is dive into that very concept. There is a good website for references called Reddit. Of course, we all are familiar with this website. And we, on a past episode, Love Line, we looked into relationship advice on that website. But that wasn't a toilet one. That was a DJ BP, and we're doing toilet one today. I took it upon myself to dig into the dregs of society and the forum called Am I the Asshole?, where people will post a story or a question in a situation where they're not sure whether they were the asshole or not, and they're going to plead their case, and then the court of public opinion shall rule on it. Now, there's only 4 different ways it can go. Either you are the asshole. Could be true. Your story, which we have to take with a grain of salt because they're telling it from their perspective. They're making themselves look very nice.
Yeah, we've talked about character witnesses on this podcast a lot.
Yeah. It doesn't be first-hand accounts of a story. They get a fudge. The other option is you're not the asshole. That's an option too. So it could be you are the asshole, or you're not the asshole. But there are 2 more options, and Dom just touched on one of them, the Dennis Leary thing. The 2 other options are also everyone's the asshole, which could very well be the case in a lot of these tales, or the very rare but also possible no assholes here. A story where someone was wrong and someone else was wrong and realizes it's just a misunderstanding. There's no assholes. It's just a misunderstanding. So we're going to try to pick those 4 categories as we go down this list. Dom and I might have different opinions. We might have the same ones. And you at home might have a different opinion as well. If you do, please let us know why we are wrong. Or maybe while we're assholes. We'll find out as we go through the list here. But that'll be the
We'll know for sure by the end.
Yeah, so I'll read off some of these. Dom and I will, ruminate on them, and we'll decide whether we think they're the asshole or not. And or maybe everyone's an asshole, maybe no one is. But we will find out. And our word is law. So when we're done with that, each little section here, that will be the answer. So if you think we're not right about that,
if you think differently, kindly don't.
You're an asshole. So let's get started before we get bored with the intro here. We're starting off, and I'll give you the title first, and then we'll read into the questions. That could be a little fun, too.
Oh, yeah. Should we do I'm going to do an initial reaction based off the title.
I think that's a great idea. Because sometimes you can tell just from the title if they're an asshole or not. Like, if I'm the asshole, if my mom won't get off my ass, it's like, okay, you are. Yeah. I can tell already. Here's the first one. Goes something like this. Am I the asshole for telling one of my daughter's classmates' moms to fuck off about what I put in my daughter's lunch?
No, absolutely not. Initially,
that was my initial reaction as well. I was like, well, I get why, but maybe you think allergies, something like there is a version in which telling someone to fuck off about a kid's lunch can be an asshole-ish thing to do. It's like they did say
exactly
the words "fuck
the initial
off"
reaction and then our actual reaction.
Yeah. But the words "fuck off" in general are usually saved for special circumstances. You get to everyone to fuck off all the time, or it loses its potency, and you become an asshole.
Yeah, why don't you go fuck off yourself?
Exactly. Well, why not read this, and we'll see what we think about this. For some context, before the story, this is quoting now. I'm not. This is not me saying it.
All right.
I, a 38-year-old female. They also tell you how old they are and what gender they identify, which is helpful.
Honestly, wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, it's a woman. I, a 38-year-old female, cook Asian foods regularly for dinner and for my daughter, Lily. She's 7 years old and a girl. This is because my family enjoys these foods. I like to cook these foods, and my mom cooked a bunch of these foods growing up since she's half Japanese. World War II, definitely. The ages line up. She's 40, the mom's half Japanese. I smell GI. Oftentimes, I'll either give my daughter some leftovers from last night's dinner, plus a fruit/veggie and a snack. Or I'll make her a quick little bento box or something really quick. So, after school one day, my daughter wanted to play on the playground for a bit before we went home. I said she could play for a few minutes, and she ran off to play. I was waiting next to this other parent who we'll call Deborah. While I was waiting, Deborah came up to me. Deborah said, "Are you Lily's mother?" "Oh yeah, I am. Why?" "Well, your daughter's lunches have been bothering my son, and I would like to ask you to pack something else." "What? How are they bothering him?" She then proceeded to start talking about how her son was complaining about my daughter's lunches smelling terrible, and that he thought it was disgusting. She also said her son didn't eat most of his lunch because he was so grossed out. I said, "Okay, I understand your son doesn't like the smell, but can he just sit somewhere else?" And Deborah says, "Are you kidding me? My son shouldn't have to put up with whatever crap you make your daughter bring to school. It's disgusting." And she started making more vaguely racist complaints, but I was fed up at this point. I said, "Listen, I understand your son might not like my daughter's food, but he can very easily just not sit next to her. I'm not changing what's in my daughter's lunches because you and your kid don't want to exist near Asian food. Fuck off." She angrily stomped off with her kid, and my daughter finished playing soon after. Then we went home. I talked to my husband about it, and he said that maybe I shouldn't have told her to fuck off and to avoid her bothering us in the future. Am I the asshole? Is she the asshole for this story? What do you think, Dom? First thoughts, first snack.
I don't think so.
No?
Because I think, as you said before this, with our just initial reactions, you're like, well, allergies and stuff. If it was allergies, I don't think any modern mom would have a problem with anything about allergies. To be like, oh, absolutely, I'm so sorry.
Well, in most schools.
I think for the most, it's got to be some sort of smell. With some like weird Asian food where it's just different ingredients that we don't normally use in like American food. They can be a lot more pungent. It
can be fish too, where a lot of kids that go on a playground at school, they don't eat a lot of fish at lunch, and that can be a jarring different smell to kids. Or ever, yeah. So it's very. I mean, it doesn't often happen at lunch at school. Like usually, kids at school aren't eating fish for lunch, and whenever they
most
do,
people in America aren't going to school with a bento box.
No, exactly. She even said, I make a bento box sometimes. I mean, if I was this kid, I'd be thrilled.
Hey,
but
we're talking about someone who is a quarter Asian and whose kid is an eighth Asian. This is ingrained. If they were Native American, they could go to college for free.
Yeah, but they're not.
I do honestly believe that the other mother is being the asshole, and this mother just didn't handle it as smoothly as she could have.
I agree wholeheartedly because of the fact I bet actually this lunch meat, this fish that's been sitting in a fucking kid's backpack for 6 hours probably smells fucking terrible at lunchtime. I'll grant the son that.
Absolutely.
I will grant that. But at the same time, great learning opportunity and great opportunity to accept other people and be cordial. And instead, the mom goes, my son complained about it, so you have to stop packing your daughter lunch.
Now it's my problem.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Because obviously, the mom's right. She goes, can't she just sit somewhere else? Of course he can sit somewhere else. But instead of him sitting somewhere else, or the mom telling her son, hey, by the way, this is what life is. You just need to deal with things like this and figure it out. And dealing it that way, she supersedes that, goes to the other mom and goes, stop packing it that way. And if you don't, why should my son have to deal with that? Hypocrisy. Why should my daughter have to deal with you? Because your son doesn't like it?
Bet?
I'm not making your son eat my food. What the hell is going on here?
I'm not telling your son to eat my fish. How much do you want to bet these two kids are friends? The bitch mom's son came home and just happens to oh yeah, Susie's lunch really smelled today. And his mom went, with that Asian food? I'm talking to her mom.
That could be the case. But I bet the son is a fucking jerk off. And the mom, if this is the kind of mom he has, he probably is emboldened to the world happens to him. So I hope the kid's nice and is friends with her, but I doubt it, because if the mom's like this, then the son's going to be a fucking monster. I say definitively, and we both agree, you are not the asshole in the story. The other lady is. And if you really do have a big problem with it, there's 100 other ways to approach this besides telling the lady, stop doing it, and why should my son have to deal with it? She can go, you can ask questions, whatever. But ultimately, it's completely... you're an asshole in the situation if you approach people like that. Even if it's not about ethnic food or whatever, even if it's just like a problem you have, if you approach them like this, it's your problem and not mine, you're already an asshole. And then you bring in the racism and it's like, oh, it's over. You're cooked. I thought it would be a nice, easy one to get started with. I mean, that's pretty, we both agree on that. It's pretty definitive. That person is not the asshole. She shouldn't have said fuck off, but I don't care if she did. Like, I get it. Like, you're upset and this person fucked you over. There's a better way to handle it, but it does not make you the asshole. The question isn't, could I have handled this perfectly? It's, am I an asshole? And I don't think they are.
No.
This one might be a little bit more difficult. It's not as straightforward. Am I the asshole Am I the asshole for not telling my girlfriend's friend that her boob popped out? This could have a lot of different angles going on in this one.
So this one's really hard to make a preemptive decision on because my head immediately brought up like 10 scenarios.
Yeah, until you know.
No, I mean...
That's why you can't judge a book by its cover, I suppose.
I'm going to say, just for the sake of trying to be as quick as possible, before I had any thoughts, I would say, no, you're not the asshole for that. But the amount of ideas I have for why he could be the asshole is astounding.
That was also my initial thought was like, well, are you going to tell everybody their boob popped out? Like, obviously, if you mention that to your girlfriend's friend, it already insinuates, I'm looking at your tit right now, which can be uncomfortable for everybody involved. It's almost like if someone has a booger in their nose and you don't know them that well, and their wife tells them, it's much better than you telling them, even though they should know. I know that's much more tame version, but like if you don't know somebody, it's not always comfortable for you to point out something they need to fix. But someone who's closer to them, like maybe the girlfriend could say, "Hey, by the way, you know." But we'll read the question.
But also, one more thing before I want to get into it. So what you were saying there. Also, different levels though. If you notice that your friend's has a booger, say anything, his wife says something, he's not going to look at you and go, did you know that? If someone's tit is out, it's might be a little more obvious to be
of course.
I need to find out who saw this.
And barring whoever is excited about whatever kink you might have, boogers are not the boobs. It's a whole different animal. That's for sure.
Yeah, different.
No one pays to go and see boogers. You can see those for free.
Most people don't pay and go see boogers.
Exactly. I wouldn't want to exclude anybody. I don't want to kink shame any booger lovers, even though these guys are sick. So here's how it goes. This is from the perspective of the boyfriend, who does not mention his age or his perceived gender, but I'm going to imagine that he sees himself as a man.
It harder. That makes it harder.
The story. Oh no, he does say I'm a guy in parentheses at the end, so we're gonna go with that. He says I'm a guy. All right, here we go. Quote: Me, my girlfriend, and her friend are staying at a hotel together. We went to the hotel swimming pool to check it out, and the three of us were frolicking about. It was just us three, so there was not strangers here at the pool, which does add some context to the story. Excuse me. Anyway, her friend went underwater, and when she came up, her entire left boob was entirely, he used entire twice.
The entire boob was
entirely out of the bikini top. So it was fully out, and it wasn't just poking out. I was caught like a deer in the headlights with a full boner. He didn't say that.
Hell yeah, brother.
I added that in. I was caught like a deer in the headlights, and I froze. I figured if I said anything, she would think I was looking at it, and it would be awkward. So I figured I'd just say nothing, and when she noticed it, she can fix it herself, rather than draw attention to the fact that I saw her tit. Suddenly, my GF pipes up and lets her know. The friend fixes her bikini. GF slaps my arm and tells me I was just staring with my mouth open. Later on that night, much later, I'm doing the punctuations for him. I'm going to do that the whole time. I'm going to read it as they wanted to say it, but they're not writing it like this. Later on that night, much later, is how he wrote it. Girlfriend's friend privately asks me if I was looking at her boobs. I lied and said no. She seemed perturbed. Am I the asshole? Well, this one's a little more complicated.
Well, the first thing I want to say to this idiot is when it gets to the point where the girl walks up to you and asks you if you saw it, you go, yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to look. Not, no. When your girlfriend already slapped you and probably said out loud, your mouth's open.
This is how you can tell the point of view was skewed. This is his best version of him being innocent, is this version? Oh my god, imagine how it actually was. If that
For all we know, it came out and he bumped his girlfriend and was like, yeah, like that.
I'm picturing him a fucking Tex Avery cartoon where his tongue rolls down like a set of stairs.
Yeah.
Don't make
it obvious. He's trying to hit himself on the head with a hammer.
King, king, king. His eyes are bulging out of his head.
All of a sudden his feet are coming out of the water and he's floating.
Yeah, so...
Then when his girlfriend says it, he just, like, sinks.
Yeah, just dies. I would have to say there's a lot to this story, but my initial feeling is yes, you are an asshole because you made it was an uncomfortable situation from the start. Let's give him all the credit that he does not deserve and say he did not like this situation at all. It was uncomfortable for him, and he didn't know how to deal with it, and he dealt with it poorly. Even if you grant him that, he dealt with it wrong at every turn. He got so many opportunities. When he first sees it, turn away and be like, oh, you have to fix your top, number one. Number two, when the girlfriend slaps and goes, your mouth was wide open, what were you doing then? Your mouth's wide open staring at her tits? You could have just looked away then after that.
Yeah, and what was his response when she said that to him?
I don't know. He didn't mention it. You must have been like,
It's like, yeah.
And then to top it all off, when the friend asked, which must have felt not fun for her to ask that, to him to go, no. Dude, now you're lying, and we all know it. She just wanted you to say, I'm sorry, I should have said something. And instead he goes,
yeah.
I know I never saw it. I never saw it. We were the only people in the pool. Your tit came out. I'm going to grant for the story also that her girlfriend's friend's hot. Otherwise, he would have had no problem looking away.
Yes,
so,
has to be.
I think this guy is an asshole. I think he snuck a peek when he had the chance, and he was going to keep looking for as long as he could.
As possible.
Exactly, until the girlfriend fixed the problem, and he did not do anything to help the situation or to help his standing in this friend group. And his girlfriend is right to call him an asshole, I think. Yep. I don't know. I know there's situations like that are weird, but he didn't do any favors.
If you went just off of his story and didn't critically think it on an expert level like we just did,
right?
I'd be like, he's not an asshole. He just made a mistake. Like he should have handled that better. But
he's just so dumb.
This is the best version he can think up. So
yeah,
it had to have been worse. He has to be an asshole.
And it wasn't like, oh, there was like a fire was happening, and I panicked and I didn't know what to do. It was like you're just at a pool, just staring at your girlfriend's friend's titty, and you don't have. I'm not even saying you have to tell her, hey, by the way, your boobs are out and I can see them. That's not what I'm saying. But like that's one step. There's 10 steps in between then and lying about seeing it at all, where you could have fixed the problem and you chose not to. And playing dumb, even though I'm sure you are, because I can tell by the way you tell the story, you are stupid. But playing dumb does not save you at that point, man. It just doesn't. At some point, when people know you're dead to rights, playing dumb becomes worse than lying because it becomes insulting to the people that are involved there. You're not just saying, oh, I mean, I don't know what to do. You're saying, whatever you think happened didn't happen, and you're stupid, and I'm not. It's like, no. That's condescending and weird. You're already in the doghouse. It's time for a mea culpa, and that's that. But he couldn't do it. I think he's the asshole. Final destination. What do you think, asshole?
Absolutely.
Yeah, they're asshole. Judgment to the defense.
Judgment to the jury.
I mean, yeah, judgment to the plaintiff. You're guilty. You are the asshole. That is that one.
You are the asshole.
Move that bus. All right, we got another
Bus
one.
It.
Am I the asshole? Let's see. This one's a little bit more complicated, but I think we can handle it.
Dude,
this one starts
why'd you have to go make things so complicated?
Yeah, just ask Avril. She had an answer for you. Why'd you have to
or
go
ask her clone?
Divorce the guy from Good Charlotte and marry the guy from Nickelback? Still can't understand. I mean, that's the ultimate sellout move. You married the Nickelback guy? I thought you were a skater girl. What the hell happened?
It's rough. Speaking of assholes, what's the most asshole name? It's got to be Chad. It's got to be Chad.
I mean, I think it is Chad, but the internet has decided that Chad is a cool guy name who's also an asshole. You know?
Yeah. We don't listen to those people though. They weren't there for the real. Clearly, anyone who agrees with that has never met a Chad before.
No, Chad's more of an idea.
I bet it all started with the rise of Chadwick Boseman.
I guess that he does make the Chad a Chad name, but I bet that the name Karen and Chad has dropped off a cliff since 5 years ago. At least I hope so. Who's naming their kid Karen now, hoping in 18 years that it won't matter anymore? It probably won't, but why do it? It's like naming your kid Adolf in 1943.
10 years ago.
Well, yeah,
or naming your kid Osama bin Laden.
Yeah, have a little respect for the people who died in 9/11. How many? Is that the third episode in a row we mentioned Osama bin Laden?
Yeah, at least.
Let's keep it going. Am I the asshole for insulting my husband after he cheated for a paternity test and suggested I cheated? Okay, that's a little bit sketchy of a title. Again, these people are typing it out, and I'm going to do them favors to read it better, but that's just what it says.
Can you read that for me one more time for bait?
Yeah, I'll try to do the intonation more of what this person thinks. Am I the asshole for insulting my husband after he cheated and he asked for a paternity test and suggested that I cheated? I think that's what she meant to ask, but it just says it all in lowercase letters in the sentence, so it's hard to say.
She's trying to say, am I the asshole for getting a paternity test after he said that I cheated? Is that what she's trying to say?
Yes, I think that's the case. He wants a paternity test, and he suggested that she cheated on him, but she called him an asshole. No, she insulted him. We don't know how she insulted him, but is she an asshole for doing that? So my initial response is so easy, obviously. So
is she an asshole for insulting this guy after he asked for a paternity test accusing her of cheating?
Yes, that's the way it should have been written. Thank you, Dom.
All right.
Making that concise.
No. I don't think she's an asshole.
Well, we have to read it because you don't know. It could be an allergy thing. It could be an allergy.
It could be an allergy thing.
He could be allergic to responsibility. It's hard to say.
No. I didn't cheat on you. It's just I'm allergic to your sperm, and I know how much you wanted a kid, so I made it work. By the way, that's an actual.
Just a little bottle of spermicidal lube. These aren't dried up old chicks. They're good to go.
There's an actual episode of House MD where someone has this weird allergic reaction. I can't figure out what it is, and it ends up being she's allergic to her boyfriend's father's cum.
That is soap opera shit. That is soap opera. That's not real. All right, here we go. Let's get
that motherfucker's not real.
And also, I've read a lot of these. I do it at the end of my workday. I have a half an hour at the end of the day where I just have to be there, and I read a lot of these. And I'll tell you, a lot of them that have to do with shit like this, guys older, girls younger. I know on average that's how it goes, but a lot of times is, my boyfriend's 33, I'm 23. We've been dating for 4 years. It's like, okay, so as soon as you turned 18, this old guy dated you, and we have 3 kids together. Okay, let's see what happens.
And I bet you've been talking since you were 17.
Yeah, or, it used to be my teacher, or whatever. All right, let's not get into that yet. That might come up later. Let's stick to the story here. I, 25-year-old female, just had my first child with my husband, 29-year-old male of 4 years. So they've been dating for 4 years. She was 21. He was 25 when they met. He is white. Point against him already. He is white. And I am mixed race, but very white passing. So only he knows I'm not white. I was raised by my adoptive parents. However,
he's got these special glasses that let him know who's white or not.
They live. Obey. However, I have reconnected with my biological family. So this person is adopted and mixed race. Yeah. My biological mother was white, and I look a lot like her. My biological father, whom I call my AITAH, Ratata?
Hakuna Matata?
Oh, is Inuit. So mixed race is not black or Hispanic. It's native Inuit. Or native Alaskan or native Northern.
Native Canadian, something like that.
Yeah, Inuit. Yeah, I thought Inuit was the bad thing, but I was Eskimos. Eskimos the bad thing. They're Inuit tribe.
Yes.
And we look very alike, but we are getting closer emotionally. My son looks so much like my AITAH, and I cried when I saw him for the first time. He has darker skin than my husband, and I, but he has my husband's eyes.
So bad at
I know, it's hard to read him. But he has my husband's eyes and nose, so I'm guessing larger eyes. Larger.
If anyone knows. Odd nose.
Hey, I'm not being racist. I'm just calling it like I see you, okay, buddy?
Let's just say this kid doesn't look like the baby from Ice Age.
Let's put it very well said. After he was born, my husband was cold and distant. Ooh, much like Alaska.
Oh.
This is where, I should save my comments till the end, but it's still fun to just comment in the middle. I mean, come on. He was cold and distant. He wouldn't hold our son. He wouldn't show me affection. That's gotta suck. You just had a kid. That's the last thing you need is this guy abandoning you already.
Yeah.
Even when my AITAH came over and I took a bunch of pictures of grandfather and grandson, my husband refused to connect with our son. He demanded a paternity test a few weeks ago. A few weeks ago? This has been going on for months now. The husband won't even... That's crazy. My God. It's already so hard having a kid if it's on the best of circumstances. I was upset but complied. Ooh, well, you need to fucking fight back with this.
You already ruined yourself there, sweetheart.
You're upset but complied. He is the father, as I knew he was. I told them that I was a prime example of not... Go ahead.
Keep going. I'll say it afterwards.
I told him I was a prime example of not looking like my biological father and that I felt he was an idiot for suggesting I was cheating. We're not done yet, but go ahead.
I mean, obviously there are times where it happens, but...
Is that the insult? Oh,
the
man.
The times of where guys go, that's not my kid, or women go, that's not your kid.
Yeah.
The women, they're like, no, I don't. They don't. Hold on, I gotta watch myself here so I don't say something bad.
Easy, counselor.
I feel like the woman is much more likely to say whether it is or not his, as where the guy most of the time, unless if it's a surprise, they're gonna go, nope, no way, you're cheating on me.
Absolutely. Although there are many examples of women going, I know it's your son. I know it's your son. I never cheated on you. Don't take any intonation that I'm using.
Don't go on Maury.
But and it is not his son. That does happen, but it is very rare because usually, the ladies know what's going on there.
They're keeping track of themselves.
And the guys, if they don't want anything to do with it, they'll always deny it. The women won't deny it unless they think they picked the right guy. The only time they'll deny it is when they fucked the dirtbag guy who fucks good, and the actual stable family guy, they go, it is your son, even though you don't fuck good, because I need to pay for this baby. I'll pick that one. But again, that's much more rare. Guys are always stricken responsibilities. That's why guys bust a nut in a minute, and women have to deal with it for 9 months. It's biologically more their problem, so guys just want to get rid of it. I get it. Yep. Guys are idiots. Let's see if maybe he's the asshole. Let's read the rest of it to find out.
Let's go.
Or maybe she is. He shot back with well, how do I know the man you bring around is actually your dad and not your affair partner? Oh, what the fuck?
Wow.
Oh, my God. Talk about doubling down on being a fucking moron. They're married. This isn't even like I call you up 6 months later, we slept for one night stand. Even that would be dumb to say after one night stand, but he is married to this woman. This guy is a dumbass. He's a bad guy, I think. And yes, he insinuated that I lied about my AITAH about being my dad, and that I was sleeping with him. I regret saying it because I had promised to leave it behind, but I said, well then say hello to Sarah for me. Oh, now she's going personal. Sarah... Oh man, this is juicy. Sarah is the woman my husband had an affair with 2 years ago. How? He deserves this!
Oh...
He broke it off and we reconciled, but I feel like it was rich of him to accuse me of cheating when he was the one who cheated in the first place. He called me an asshole for bringing it. This is so one-sided. I didn't need to finish this story. What'd you say? Sorry.
Did she say rich, or did you add that in to make it sound better?
No. She said rich.
So she can't talk, but she knows how to use rich for something other than money.
Yeah, that was rich. That's just rich.
That's just rich. Hell yeah.
He called me an asshole for bringing it up, and now we're not speaking. And I've moved into the nursery. I'm considering divorce, but also thinking about my words, which were hurtful and uncalled for. This person is an abused woman. She thinks she was an asshole here? Are you kidding me?
See, you're forgetting one part.
Are you kidding me,
where
dude?
she belongs.
This is the most clear-cut case of you're not the asshole, and this guy is an abusive husband I've ever heard in my life. It's her problem.
This guy's not even an asshole. He's a fucking piece of shit.
This guy's a piece of shit. Asshole from another dimension. I mean, come on. He cheated on her, which is why he's accusing her of cheating. She isn't white. The baby's not white enough for him, so therefore he's cheating. And then when she brings her dad in, and he's like, hey, let's bring the dad. And he goes, maybe you're fucking your dad. How do I know that's your dad? This guy sucks. And she goes, why don't you go back to your affair partner? He goes, that was uncalled for. She goes, was it uncalled for? No, it wasn't uncalled for. If anything, he called for it, and you brought it to the table.
Yeah.
If someone shoots you in the face with a gun, and you call the police, they go, what, are you going to call the cops on me? Yes, I am. Yeah. I had to go to jail because of that. You shot me in the fucking head. What do you want? This is so clear cut to me. She's not the asshole at all. And actually, if it wasn't for the fact that she described it out that way, I would think that she's fishing for compliments. But I actually believe that she is concerned about this because it sounds like she feels bad, but she should not at all. Her parents need to help her out with this and tell her this guy's a fucking piece of shit and she needs to get out fast.
The amount, it's like, I think we pretty much knew from the beginning she wasn't going to be an asshole. But the deeper we got into it, the more and more and more of an asshole he ended up being.
Yeah, even if the insult was like, you're a moron, your mother died because of you, you have a tiny dick, that would all be uncalled for, but it still would be in, combating what he's saying. But she just goes, why don't you just go back to the person you cheated on me with? And he goes, well, that's too far. That's too far. You got a paternity test for your own baby, and you insinuate that I'm bringing my dad around because it's my fake affair partner. I mean, that's so much more far. I don't know. This is cut and dried.
Dios mio.
Not the asshole at all. You're living with one, though, and this could be a point of advice that we can both agree with. if you stay with this guy, with that baby, then you are the asshole because you're bringing your kid into this fucking terrible situation that they do not deserve at all. That's not good.
Fucking
get out of there.
The worst.
Get right out of there. This is some Alaska. This is some Alaska Maury right here. I don't know if it's
Some
Alaska,
Alaska
but
Maury.
I don't know how many
Dude,
Inuit people live in California, so I'm gonna guess this
That's a
Canada
Maury
or
right there.
Alaska. My guess. Anyways, that one was a little more right down the middle as far as I'm concerned. You want to do one more and take our first break here? There.
Yeah, let's go for it.
We're about. It's so funny. I have like the Spidey sense now. Like it's all like every half hour. I think it's break time. We just hit 30 minutes exactly. All right, let's toss up here a little bit. This one will be a little bit different. Am I the asshole for making a point over hair? Initial response? Just for the title alone?
That's the title?
That is the title. Making a point over hair.
All right, yes, we're making a point over hair.
Yeah.
I don't want to think too much about it. I think it's too vague. I think they are an asshole about it, and they're doing their best to get us on board right away.
I think so, but it also reeks of me to, like, they were using their person's quote, like, a big deal over hair, and you're like, oh, it's just hair, huh? Now let me describe my story where it's way much more than hair, but we'll read it and see what we think about this. I have been dating my girlfriend, Emily, for 2 years. Want to get him a compliment there? Good use of commas. I read it exactly as they wrote it. That's how you write it.
Nice.
Credit where credit's due. Whether you're the asshole or not, we'll still decide that later.
Guy knows how to use commas.
Yeah. Oh, we don't know if it's a guy yet. It's a guy. You can just tell. We were supposed to visit my parents at their vacation home on the beach over the 4th of July. Ooh, this is a very current one. This might be this week they wrote this. She knows my parents' attitudes and the kind of impression they value.
But I said, hey, maybe that isn't your dad. That's just been your boyfriend the whole time.
Wait, Don, that was the last one. Let's not muddy the waters on this one. Fresh, clean slate.
Sorry.
Call back, well noted. However, on our date night, she showed up with bright pink hair. I expressed my concern about how my parents might react to it and asked if she could go back to her natural hair color before we go. She said she's not going to change it and that she likes it pink. She mentioned that her workplace has a casual summer, in quotations, policy for those who are not in court roles. And since she isn't in a litigation support role, she's allowed to participate in casual summer with her support staff coworkers. She works for the justice system, apparently, or in a law firm. Mm-hmm. I asked her to consider my parents, and she immediately started, first it's hair, then it's clothes, to how she talks, what wedding dress to get, and even how we would raise our children. She said that she was done with this and then stormed out of dinner before we even ordered. I tried texting her, and I got into an argument about the cost I put in for our plane tickets.
Oh, okay.
Uh-oh. She told me to sue her. This was the last I talked to her on Sunday, and my texts are still green. I didn't think it was that big of a deal for her to blow up at me about. Dude, you were just cooked your relationship so strongly. You took a blowtorch. You didn't even let the kindling start simmering. You took a blowtorch.
God.
Oh, man.
Jeez.
You must be a hot, successful lawyer, or she wouldn't
idiot.
even gotten this far with you. You showed your colors in so fast. Oh, my God.
It's so easily just could have been like, oh, hey, how come, you didn't tell me that you were going to do this? Like my parents might not like this, but I'm just letting you know, like they're not going to be happy with it, but I'll talk through it.
But of course, who cares what they think? You're with me. They don't have to like it. They just have to like you. You're not going to be rude to my parents. You're not going to disrespect them in their house. That's all. Just your hair's a different color, and that's it. We need a discussion. You need to have your hair the right way that my dad and mom like it, or else it's a big deal. You can tell this guy's so put upon by the fact that she's like, wow, I just told her to do whatever I say all the time, and my parents will be happy. It's like, that's ridiculous, dude. Ridiculous. And she's right. It starts with the hair.
Yeah.
And then it goes to every fucking thing else.
There's other fucking issues there. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with being like, hey, you didn't tell me you're going to change the hair. What the fuck? Like, I don't like that.
That's fine.
Perfectly reasonable thing.
Between you and her.
To freak out.
My dad's not going to like it. My dad doesn't like your hair. I don't ask my dad if I shave my balls either.
If he doesn't like you, I'll not.
None of his business.
This guy's a fucking
No, you're right.
idiot.
Doesn't it reek of like the guy who's like his dad's a lawyer, he's a lawyer, he's like this is the way it should be. Like this is the way we like it. You know, our nice family. I have to try to find a nice nice brunette, smart girl to marry.
Italian.
I don't think that. I didn't picture that at all, but it may be.
I just picture this. Not gonna like this.
I picture this.
No, you're right. If it was Italian, he'd be worried about more of his mom than his dad.
Yeah, the dad. I'm just saying the dad, but it could be the mom too, because the mom could be like she dressed like a liberal hussy. But I'm taking it as when he said casual summer policy for those who are not in court role, since she's a litigation in a support role. Like he's talking like he is in the judicial practice. So like he's like, I bet his dad's a lawyer. I bet the mom is the kind of person his dad wants him to meet, is just get in line and just play the ball game. She's probably a secretary or like a paralegal at a law firm. It's like, this is how we play the game, buddy. If you come in here with pink hair to my vacation home, I don't need you here. It's like, that's the person you're with. It makes me so sick when people are like, yeah, no, my parents don't like you, so you need to change yourself. It's like, no, I don't. You need to change who you're with.
That's fucking
good
ridiculous.
for her for walking out of this shit and being like, no. And he goes, she hasn't answered me in a fucking week. Should I be concerned? Am I the asshole?
Should I be concerned? Yes, but also no.
Your relationship is over, bud. She's hanging out with her friends and going, this guy's a fucking retard. And she's probably embarrassed that she stuck with you for long enough that she almost went on vacation with your family, and she could have blown up there. She would have been trapped with the family. She probably was like wiping her brow, being like, woo, I almost got caught there. At least she didn't have to go. This is the date before the thing where he's assessing if she's okay to go on vacation with him. Like, do you meet all the standards for my parents? This guy's a fucking asshole.
I didn't even think about that. That's why he said, let's go out a week before. He's like, I gotta.
Yeah, he was like, let's make sure everything's cool. Yeah, and he was like, I do not approve.
He showed up and he's getting ready to go like, all right,
go home and dye your hair right now, young lady.
But before the hair, he got there with a checklist, and he's like, all right, you say this a lot, don't do that. The way you laugh, not good. Hold it in.
Cover your mouth and go.
Don't put your elbows on the table. Don't let your nose go into your glass when you're drinking.
And if my dad says something stupid, don't correct him, because he's a man and he's smarter than you. All right?
He's smarter than you. I don't care that you're fucking work in.
You work in a law firm. You're probably stupid. Yeah, no, this guy's this guy's a bigger piece of shit than the boob guy. The boob guy's just a dummy. He doesn't know how to lie right. This guy's actually
an idiot. This
guy's a bad guy. And he's gonna either not find a good relationship, or he's gonna find somebody who does not deserve to be with them, and they're just gonna have to suffer through the what do they call it, shrinking violet. Just like, I'm a rich lawyer, you do what I say, my parents like it, just stay home and look pretty, or what. No one needs that. Yeah. This girl with the pink hair clearly is too good for this, and I'm proud of her.
Totally agree.
Also, they didn't say their ages, but this reeks to me of like early 20s, just out of college shit. No one's that worried about their parents later in life. They've already become their parents at that point.
Yeah, like you just got your job in the law firm. It's like,
and now they think they're the big shot, and it's a whole. This is how it has to be. This is how women should be, or whatever.
Billy Joel wrote a whole song about this.
Exactly right. Well, that'll take us to our first commercial break here on Toilet Wine. Are we the assholes? Stay tuned to find out.
Hell yeah.
To the lab again, not again, back to the lab again. Dexter's in the lab again, making up anything he's imagining. There goes Dee Dee, his sister, he always argues with her. She thinks she knows it all because she's older and she's bigger. Whatever Dexter wants, he just goes and creates. Robots, it doesn't matter the size or the shape. He's always doing crazy tests and making a mess. And if they don't come out correct, well, you know what happens next. Back to the lab again. Oh no, back to the lab again.
That's a good brew. You know what that is right there, Joe? You know what that is I'm drinking right there? I bet you'll never, million years, you'll never guess what this is right here.
Pond Jumper.
No. It's actually a cranberry, marshmallow, banana, chocolate IPA.
Is that all true, or you're just fucking with me?
No, I'm fucking with you, because anyone who makes that is an asshole.
I was going to say, that's not dirigible brewery. This is fucking goofy brewing over.
No. I am drinking Aurora I am actually drinking Aurora cold IPA from Dirigible Brewing Company.
That's what's up.
Yeah, no. I guarantee, though, someone had the idea of making that ridiculous a monstrosity. Or
That's why I wasn't even surprised.
In real life.
I was only surprised you're drinking it, but I was like, I'm not surprised it exists. It definitely exists somewhere. People are sickos.
Absolute insanos. That's why I like the fucking Lord Hobo pickle beer that has been on the podcast, because Dylan's an asshole and thinks it's a good beer.
He likes things that are stupid. That's kind of his thing.
Yeah. That's why he eats like mackerel and Chad. He
all
eats
right.
bait fish.
I don't want to hear one more fucking thing about Chad. I've been editing the podcast all week, and I've heard quite enough of it. That would be last week's episode. You guys already heard that one.
If you're hearing this, you don't know what we're talking about, go back to episode 98 called Chad-tacular. You're going to love it.
Oh, God damn it. Anyway, we're back here. We're talking about if we're the asshole or not, reading stories from Reddit. Am I the asshole? Dom and I are parsing it apart. We're trying to figure out the details of it, and we're deciding whether they're the asshole or not. So far, we've been in lockstep. Him and I have agreed on everyone so far. That might continue to happen. It might not. But we'll see.
I gotta say, these even the ones that were supposed to be shocking, it was all pretty obvious on who the asshole was for those first 4.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, people write them in themselves, so it's like it's always going to be skewed one way or the other. Because not only it's like a Yelp review.
Oh yeah.
It's not that they ask everybody. It's have you felt the need to speak your mind? You probably have a definitive take one way or the other. Like a Yelp review is either like it was the best meal I ever had, or it's shit. It's never like it was pretty good. So the am I the asshole isn't like they waved me on in the blinker and I kind of cut them off. It's never like that. It's always like my husband thinks that I should have to do 10 push-ups every time I eat a French fry. It's like, well, who's the asshole in there?
Am I the asshole for constantly eating French fries?
Am I the asshole for only doing 9 push-ups instead of 10? Yeah.
Telling him I did 10.
It's that kind of shit. So
he doesn't even watch.
Honestly,
he just trusts her enough to do it, but he's an asshole.
There's inherent bias here, yeah. And he weighs. I don't want to spoil anything we might hear in the future. You know? We need to get through these because there's a lot of good ones. This one's a little refreshing because it has an older group. It's not just these young 20-year-old fucking morons. This one has to do with people in their 40s. So let's start this way. My common law husband, already funny.
Already bad. Already bad.
My common law husband is in Dubai, and his side piece showed up at my door with their baby. Am I the asshole for kicking her out, even though she's basically homeless? Do we even want to touch that one, or do we want to see what's going on? I mean, I think you should say something about it.
No, I think we should go right into
Dubai,
it. Dubai,
common law, side piece. She used the word side piece.
Side piece.
Homeless, baby?
And to word it as, am I the asshole for kicking her out? As she is basically homeless. And also, what's basically?
I don't know what that means. Well, I guess we'll find out.
Did she not renew her lease? Or
I don't think his side piece is a homeless woman. I think her side piece might have lost her residency at some point. Well, I guess we'll see when we read the story. I don't think my husband banged a homeless lady.
I have a feeling. You know, here's my prediction for this one. There's more than one asshole in this story. That's my prediction.
That's a good prediction. Let's see what happens with this. And also, no one says basically homeless and means you're living on the street. They mean like you know. Anyway, let's see.
Yeah, it's about to happen.
My husband and I, 40 female and 41 male, so they're 1 year apart. One's a male, one's a female. Have been together for 10 years. We got married in our early 30s. I added that. Quote again. And I consider them years. Okay, here I go again. For 10 years. And I consider them years, she meant to say those years, to be very loving and happy. But apparently not for him since he had a side piece, obviously. Again, I had to do that just to make fun of her writing. But I mean, I feel bad.
So bad. That is my biggest pet peeve on Reddit is that
because people are doing it, they're emotionally typing and they're not. They're just going. It's like they're texting their girlfriend and being mad. You know. I think she meant to say, "We've been together for 10 years, and I consider those years to be very loving and happy. But apparently, not for him, since he had a side piece. Obviously, I think that's
he was happy somewhere.
Yes. I make furniture, and around 1M.
Do you know her?
No. And around 1M euros a year. Whoa, is that $1 million euros?
Million. Also, I've just always assumed Am I the Asshole is like almost all American people.
Not necessarily.
Damn. Okay.
And no one has told us where they live yet. Besides one M euro, that's got to be 1 million euros a year.
Yeah.
My husband
narrow it down though.
No, it does.
Using euros.
True. But it's definitely Europe for the most part. Yeah, but this will clarify it right. This will clarify it right now. My husband is a teacher. It goes without saying that I provide for us. Yeah. Sounds like it. It certainly does sound like that. I don't ask what he does with his salary. Weird for a couple.
Wait, so she's paying for everything?
She doesn't even ask what he does with his salary. I have to imagine she's paying for everything.
All right. It's already a bad recipe.
We live way below our means, however, because we are both minimalists. We have a big house, nice cars, and lots of art. What does that
Doesn't sound too minimalist.
Doesn't sound minimalist at all.
We get a big house, some nice cars, and a lot of art.
Sounds materialist, if anything.
Yeah, we don't like to spend $200 $1 million. That's not that much money.
Plus the teacher salary, which who knows what goes on with that.
Yeah, he could be earning 30,000, 40,000 euros.
This is also in Europe. They might get paid more because they're funded.
They might actually respect their teachers.
I'm not saying they do. Obviously not $1 million a year or euros a year, but anyways, here we go.
Well, I wonder
actually, I should have read this out right away because this will really clarify it for us here. It goes, it goes, we live way below our means, however, because we are both minimalists, but we have a big house, nice cars, and lots of art. Everything is mine, however. I'm starting to see a little bit of a rift here.
This chick is dumb. She's a big dummy making a lot of money.
Yeah. And she's very possessive about the fact that it's like, she sounds like a guy now who makes money. It's actually all mine.
They're married, right?
I let her buy whatever, but it's all mine. And instead, it's I let him buy whatever, but it's all mine.
Oh,
she sounds like a man.
Side piece. Quick little side piece, really quick. I'll make sure.
Talk about side pieces.
Yeah, that's why I said it. I was going to say sidebar, but
Hell yeah.
I guarantee I will send you this video to put it into it. It's pretty fucking good. It's this old British guy in the country club locker room. The phone rings, hits speakerphone, and he's getting dressed in his suit. And it's his girlfriend or wife's like, "Oh, honey, I'm at the store and I see this leather coat, $1,000. I really like it. Can I get it?" He goes, "Well, if you really like it, then sure." He goes, "Oh, thank you so much. Also, I stopped by the dealership and that new Mercedes that we were looking at is in. How much is it?" "Well, it's only $125,000. "Well, you know what? If you love it that much, get it." It's like, okay. Oh, also, I noticed that house we were looking at last year is back on the market. They're asking for $1.5 million. Like, off of $1.4 million. Like, "Oh, you're the best." He goes, "All right, I'll see you later." Hangs up, turns around and goes, "Hey, does anyone know whose phone this is?"
That's gold, Jerry. Don't even play the video. You just did it. That was fantastic. It's just going to happen twice. That's good stuff. Sorry,
continue the joke. I couldn't not say that.
No, I'm glad you brought that side piece in. She doesn't seem so glad about it. Yeah. Apparently, he met his side piece, female 25. Oh, I thought his side piece was going to be in her 60s.
How dare you go for someone younger than me?
Oh,
How dare he go for someone the exact age I was when we met?
This is about to really complicate things because we're going to remember the initial statement. Apparently, he had met his side piece under false pretenses and told her that we were legally married so that he owned half of my company and everything else I own. Don't forget, she said we're common law married. This guy I don't know what this guy does. If he eats you out or does your lawn, you don't love this guy at all.
What's
he
the
just
difference?
Kind of hangs around. That's going at the end. Good job. I don't know what's going on here. I have a lot of questions for this couple.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's not adding up.
He basically lied to the side piece. He says, "I'm not a teacher. I actually own half of $1 million per year company," which is all the common law wife, which again, very strange, common law wife. When she got pregnant, he started spending his salary on her. Oh, what an asshole. I mean, that's kind of actually nice. It's not his money. Parentheses, I wasn't alarmed because I didn't know what he did with the money. so she didn't care anyways. Now he is in Dubai on vacation, and her lease on her apartment expired, so she just showed up at my house with her baby. She told me she was his girlfriend and that he was getting a divorce, so she might as well live in his house. And I could live in a hotel because I could afford it.
Oh!
She didn't have any money or home. She literally refused to step out, so I called the police and I locked myself in the greenhouse. When the police came, she was literally unpacking the child's clothes in the living area. Oh, this bitch.
Wait, how... Hold on.
Go ahead.
Did I miss something? Was I just reacting to later things too long? How did she end up outside and in the greenhouse?
The baby mama, the side piece, shows up. Their common law husband's in Dubai. He's not even in the country.
Yeah.
She shows up with the baby going, he told me you're getting divorced anyway, so it's basically my house. And the lady who wrote the question goes, get out of here. And she refused, so she locked herself in her own greenhouse and called the cops. And when the cops show up, the side piece is unloading baby clothes in her living room of her home that she owns.
Okay, that's where I was confused. So she was scared of the woman, so she locked herself in her own greenhouse just to stay safe?
I don't know if she was scared, but she called the cops and she didn't want to deal with her. And she figured, if I'm in my greenhouse, she can't bother me. Obviously, she's bold enough to show up here with the baby.
Yeah. Because when I heard that initially, I was just like, how did she force you in the greenhouse?
Oh, yeah, no, she was scared because the next lines are, they escorted her out. I was very shaken. Oh, with good reason. It's very freaky to have someone show up at your home. You never met her before. She knows your address. She never been to your house before. The guy's in Dubai.
She knows your husband inside and out.
Yeah. The guy's texting her from Dubai. Here's her address. Show up and she'll let you in. Like, he doesn't know she's gonna be pissed. Of course he does.
Yeah.
These people are all psychotic. Let's keep going. We're almost done. Later on, I found all the details included above. So she did not know all this until that moment. This random bitch shows up at her house claiming all this. Now she knows the husband's been banging her. Now she knows it's the husband's baby. It's all new to her. And she's still asking, am I the asshole? This is the kind of shit where it's like, I think, here we go. My husband's mother thought I was an asshole for kicking out a little baby on the street. That it was her only grandson. I used and abused my money and power to control everything around me. What a dumb bitch. But honestly, teachers make $60K a year. Okay, so it is better than America. About twice as good. So, if as I found out later, he gave her his salary, I can't understand why she would be homeless and destitute. She had a big designer bags, designer stroller. Well, here's where all the money went. You can't afford rent if you buy a fucking Louis Vuitton
a Louis Vuitton stroller.
And the stroller and these Van Cleef and Arpels jewelry, which I guess women probably know what that is, and showed up to my home. But how am I the asshole? Well, honey, this one's going to take a bit, so I'm glad we read it for 12 minutes straight. But this one is complicated as fuck, I think. I don't think the answer is, but like, what's going on here? Common law husband, I make a bunch of money, he makes nothing. He's allowed to go out and fuck women on the side and use his salary to pay for Louis Vuitton bags, but not her rent? What is going on? Dog?
Everything is sketchy about this from both sides, from all three sides, basically. It's all sketchy.
Yes, I agree. It's sketchball festival.
I have some thoughts about this. I'm going to start that off with point number one.
Let's hear it. Chevelle style.
€1 is equal to $1.07.
Okay.
So it's almost an exact,
pretty close
conversion rate.
But when you add a million of them, it ends up being like a lot more. 7 cents adds up.
It's only
7 cents times a million.
It's an extra $69,000.
That's more than her husband makes a year. The difference between $1 and $1 is the husband's salary plus $9,000.
That plus crap. Well, her husband is that's $600,000 is making
common law
$64,000 US.
Okay, so it's only a $5,000 difference.
He gets an extra like $5,000. She gets an extra $65,000.
Common law husband. Yeah, can't say that enough.
First thing, common law.
What's going on?
I don't know the European common law.
I don't either.
Laws.
They haven't told us what country they live in either. So it could be different common laws for each country, I imagine.
Yeah. I know in the U.S., if you're on someone's health insurance too long as like their significant other, you do have to get married to stay on the insurance after it's like 10, 15 years or something like that.
Yes.
I doubt
I
this
also
is
think
the
that common
case.
law marriage laws have changed in the past 100 years because it used to just be like if a man and a woman live together alone for
a
10
certain
years,
amount of time.
I think it was 10 years, then you de facto are their wife for like legal purposes. I don't know if that's still true.
I'll keep the names out of it, but we do know a couple of people who technically, on paper, got married in 2020 so they could go back to a different country not far from America during COVID because that's the only way that they could both go over the border.
Sure. I think I'll do the math on that quietly.
But it's just, I mean, clearly he was like, we're doing common law. We're not actually getting married. Because then, can you get divorced from a common law marriage?
I don't know.
As
far as I know, that residency is what has to do with it. So if you just move, can that be considered? Well, I guess you can't. Because then you'd have to get common law divorce. Right? I don't know anything about this. But it's and I'm talking about America only. I don't know what's going on in fucking... I don't know where they live, but it's not England. It's somewhere else.
Yeah, it's not that.
So, I don't know.
I mean, also, it's like...
But it sounds like she has like a fuckboy situation, but they're the same age. It's not like she has like a 25-year-old kid fucking her and sucking her, and she's paying for everything like a sugar mama, except this guy is her husband and not even married. So I don't know what's going on with that. And she doesn't know where his money's going. She doesn't know he's fucking this girl for long enough to have a child with her, and she could care less about it until she shows up at his door. These people are not in love. They don't care about each other.
The fact that we're very modest. All this rich stuff we have is mine.
Cars, house, greenhouse. It's all mine.
I have a greenhouse that can lock from the inside.
It's my panic greenhouse.
It's my...
So that's all. I don't mean to put this on her, but it's already from the start, like you said, sketchy from her end already. Why is this guy in your life? What's going on?
And then
I don't know. And obviously his parents don't know what's going on. His parents are obviously blind, and they just think that he's the sweetest angel ever because he finally popped out a kid, and it's with a 25-year-old.
His parents live in Dubai.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe that's the kid. We did not.
They never mentioned.
They didn't say that was
common
home
law as a residency thing. Maybe he immigrated to whatever country they were in from the Middle East, and was like, "Don't worry, mother. I know how to do this. Father has taught me well."
That would make sense because someone who's going to Dubai for a while usually isn't a teacher who makes teachers' wages. I mean, Dubai is not for the faint of heart, I would say, as far as I know.
No.
So there's that. Obviously, the parents are crazy, being like, "That's my only grandson," and I get the idea of that, but it ain't that. It's the grandson. If she was trying to kick out the husband and the kid, I get the grandparents being like, "That's my only grandson." He fucked a side piece, and then the grandma is being like, "You have to take her in and the kid." What the fuck is wrong with you? Have your son fly back. Have some responsibility, you psycho. What's he doing in all this? He didn't even tell her he's going to show up with a baby. I would have called the cops to him, but get the fuck out. I don't care about your stupid kid that you fucked with my husband. You show up at my house and you unload the baby clothes in my living room because he lied to you and said we're going to get divorced. I mean, the guy is the major issue in this, but everyone is crazy. Everyone's crazy.
But to be so crazy to be like, "Oh, she's gone. I'll start unpacking." Like, what? She's clearly distraught and on the property. What the fuck is wrong with you? Oh, my stuff's here. You can't evict me.
Yeah.
We can't evict you. You're right.
It's basically my house anyway.
Live here.
Yeah. And also the usual thing of like in America, when people get divorced, they split it up, 50-50 with no prenup, but they do usually let the wife live in the house and the husband has to kick her off. Yeah. The idea that the husband's like, she's got to get out of here. She's the millionaire, not me. Let my baby's mama baby live here. Insane. I don't care what country you live in. That's really a tough sell for anybody. But I don't know. How much more can you go into
I gotta say, I think the guy is the most asshole out of the three of them. But none of them are clean.
I would say it is. Everyone is the asshole in the situation. But is she the asshole specifically for kicking the baby mama out? I say no. That's not what her makes it. she's not the asshole for that specific action, but the whole life she's built for herself here that she's like ambivalent to, kind of, until it matters. You're an asshole for that.
At fault for a decent amount of it.
Yeah. If the question is just, should you have called the cops and kicked them out even though she's basically homeless? Yes. You're not the asshole for that.
But also, how does she
for a
know
lot of
she's
other
basically
things
homeless if she's just finding out about this?
Because the chick told her that she has to live here and she has nowhere to go. I think that's why she's saying, like, I get to move in right now.
Yeah. And she could just be saying that.
She could just be saying that, yeah. She didn't even know the husband had a baby until this moment, which extra adds to the fact that she's not the asshole for that decision. But she has... I know that it's, you're obviously going to weigh it more towards the females in the male situations like this because guys are scumbags, but, like, she did make her bed here and she has to lay in it. I'm not saying she deserves this, but, like, the idea that she's like, what's going on here? Your husband's in Dubai, you're common law married to him, you pay for everything, and then he's fucking a bitch on the side. You're not completely oblivious to this. Or if you are, it's partially your fault. You don't deserve this, but to say that you have nothing to do with it is completely false. You have a lot to do with it.
It's absolutely just wrong.
The whole thing's a mess. Get out of there. Move. Take all your money. Leave them. Common law divorce them. Whatever you got to do. Get out of here. I'm pretty sure if a guy has a baby with another woman, you can common law divorce. Those are grounds for common law divorce. Those are grounds for regular divorce.
Common law divorce.
So there you go. I say everyone's the asshole.
Yeah, everyone is the asshole of varying degrees. That's my reaction.
He's the most asshole. She's the least, but not without asshole tendencies.
Before you move on from this one, in true Dylan and Joe Basement podcast, but also Total Wine action, here's a bit of a roadblock for you. I'm going to name you some countries. You're going to guess. I'll do 5 countries total, just so it's not too long. You're going to say, yes, they use the euro, or no, they do not use the euro.
Ooh, okay, I like this. Which means they're part of the European Union, because as far as I know, every country in the European Union has to use the euro.
Yes.
Okay.
First off, Germany.
Yes.
You are correct. Second, let's see here. Let's pick a good one. Which one do I want to say? You know what? Which one do you want me to say?
No, because if I say it, I'll be able to guess it.
I'll do it. How about Lithuania?
Yes.
Also yes.
Ooh, I was nervous about that one.
What about Switzerland?
No.
No.
The Swiss banks, they want to stay out of all that.
Swiss banks. Yep. What about Denmark?
Yes.
No.
No. Huh? They're keeping their own thing where they have the Deutschmark?
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's the old German currency.
I didn't get into
Denmark
that part
doesn't do it, huh?
Find it in the next break. No.
They're not. Oh, I wouldn't have guessed that.
All right, let's do one more here. How about Estonia?
No.
Yes.
They do. Because they used to be part of the USSR.
On the Euro.
Wow, they got in there early.
The European side, yeah.
I'll give you one more.
A lot of interesting. Okay, I'll do one.
You only did 4, I think.
That was 5, but I'll do.
Okay, I'll get 6, please then.
I'll do one that is. You know, I'm not going to say. I'm just Monaco.
No.
Yes.
They do. Oh, I thought they were trying to be rich on their own.
Yeah.
I thought it was a Switzerland situation. Damn.
I think it's because they're almost not a country. Because Monaco's part of France, right?
No, they're a separate country.
Yeah, but it's like they're a separate country.
It's like Luxembourg, where it's like a big city that's
and like the Vatican City's not.
Yeah, it's that kind of thing. Yeah,
but I forget what they're attached to.
And I think it is France. I think.
It is France. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like I can see the same thing though, where they're like, I don't know, we're too good for that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Well, I guess you're not.
And then I'll give you 2 more. Republic of Ireland.
No.
Yes, they do.
Really?
Northern Ireland.
Dude, why is Ireland still so fucked up?
You didn't answer. Northern Ireland? Did they use the euro or no?
Oh, I think you were saying the answer is Northern Ireland. So Northern Ireland, they must not then.
They do not, because Northern Ireland is part of England, and they Brexited. They use the pound now, and Republic of Ireland does use the euro still.
You know what? That's probably why it didn't show up on the list I was looking at, because they didn't split it by halves.
Yeah.
Those fucking prods. You can take that part out if you want. Oh, it's not recording. All right, good. It is recording. Okay, good.
We've been going for 25 minutes.
Honestly, I don't know why. I wouldn't have done that whole thing if it wasn't recording. I don't know why.
Of course you would.
30 seconds.
You scared me. I was like, wait a minute. We've been going for a long time here. All right, that's been one question the whole time.
Right,
we got to move on.
Let's go to.
We got to move on.
I'm happy that happened.
We almost did a whole segment on one question, but that was a hell of a question. So I think it was worth it. Holy
All right,
shit.
let's find out who else may or may not be an asshole.
This one, I do remember reading it, and I think it's pretty good. It's worth going through. I'm gonna try to read it as fast as I can, but it is really something. Am I the asshole for being worried about my brother's girlfriend? Initial response to that?
I want to say no off initially because there's so many variables.
Sure.
There's a lot of things where it could be, yeah, you should be worried.
Right.
You've only met her twice and she gives you a bad vibe? Yeah, sure. But it's...
But that also implies that someone called you an asshole for doing that. So it's like, what are you coming at me with? Am I the asshole for breathing oxygen all the time? Well, I don't know. Why are you even asking? Did someone call you an asshole for doing that? Then what'd you do?
Talk to a fucking tree?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I initially, I'm going to say no, but I don't have a good feeling about this one. I'll say that.
Well, I guess it could also be like you're just worried about her, and someone calls you the asshole for and they might have been wrong because you're like I'm legitimately worried about that. All right, let's see how it goes. Here it goes. I'm a 22-year-old female, so already a younger person. My brother, 25-year-old male, has been dating a girl named Chloe, who's 22 years old. In other words, when my brother was a senior in high school, he would have been dating a girl who was a freshman with me, same age as me. But
tight
for a couple of years, which means she was 18 and he was 23 probably.
Yep.
And he is totally in love with her. She gets along great with him, and she's always energetic and friendly, and seems to get on with our family, and friends well too. Get on makes me think it's more of like a British thing or a European thing. You don't say get along, get on, you say get along. Outwardly, she seems very healthy / health oriented. She swims and does beach volleyball. She runs and does yoga. She has some definitive curves, to be fair, but if they didn't know any better, the average person would think and probably judge her to be very fit / athletic. Is this coloring your opinion at all of this story? The entire first part is about her workout regimen.
I don't like where it's going, I can tell you that much.
Well, I'll continue. However, spending time with her and my brother, I've really been worried about her, especially her diet. Frankly, I think she might have some kind of eating disorder. She eats way too much. If any normal woman ate the way she does, she'd be as big as a house.
Hey, maybe it's not as big as a barn.
80-foot pallet stack.
This is how we know it's not someone from the southern U.S.
There you go. Just so you know, I'm not exaggerating. During a game and movie night...
She is actually a house.
My brother's married to a house.
Am I the asshole for complaining about that?
Yeah,
no,
I'm
you
just
are not.
No, but it's not even that. I'm concerned about his girlfriend. So she's concerned about the structural integrity of the house.
I'm concerned about his girlfriend's diet.
The concern is the girlfriend, not the brother. That's fine. She genuinely cares about the girlfriend.
Eats way too many termites.
Just so you know, I'm not
continue.
exaggerating. During a game and movie night, Chloe ate an entire berries and cream cake from Whole Foods just as her own little personal snack. And not a personal cake either, but an 8-inch one, like you'd serve as a birthday cake. She just sat there through the course of the night and plowed through the whole thing with a fork, and she still ate the pizza and fries.
Oh, wait, she ate the cake first?
I don't know.
That's how I read that. That's absurd. You're a maniac. If you do
I
that.
think that it was the opposite order, but she wanted to add in that she didn't just eat the cake for dinner. She ate pizza and fries also.
Dude, you can have your cake.
Pizza and fries
too.
Here we go. It continues. We got dinner from a burger joint, and Chloe literally ordered 2 meals. I thought she was ordering for my brother as well, as even one of their meals is big enough to share. Talking like a 22-year-old girl. But she literally turned to him and told him they were for her. She ordered 2 entire meals, burger, fries, drink, just for herself. And she devoured both of them like it was nothing. We were at a farmer's market, she just continues, and picked up 1 apple from one of the stands and just started eating it. I figured that was fine, but then she ate another and another.
She ate a bushel of apples.
She had eaten 6 apples, and we were chatting with the guy selling them. She paid for them, but still.
Oh, thank God. But still,
she stood there munching through whole apples like a cookie monster while we were talking.
No.
It didn't even take her 5 minutes to eat all of them.
I timed it. It was not 5 minutes.
I'm reserving judgment till the end, but oh my God, do I have things to say about this. We'll go to the movies on a double date, and she'll order 2 hot dogs, nachos loaded with cheese, and chicken nuggets, and a large drink / popcorn. My boyfriend, who's older than my brother by 3 years, I wrote that in, has noticed too.
I digress.
How we can go to a restaurant and Chloe will order a giant meal like a 20-ounce steak and then order an entire shareable appetizer platter just for herself. My brother might have a bite, and she doesn't mind other people taking a bit, but it's clearly just for her. And she'll polish the whole thing off, and then she'll eat her home meal. And she orders dessert too, even if everyone else at the table is already stuffed from less food. She's packed away by herself. The first time me and my boyfriend noticed anything, she just shrugged it like, LOL, cheat day. But it's like, freaking always cheat day, ? My brother says that she eats a lot, and he's even had to keep extra fruit and snacks at his place for her. They got into a playful argument about splitting takeout bills because whenever they order takeout and delivery, her part will be 50% or even twice as big as his, just because she's constantly stuffing herself. My brother might be thin, but he's still around.
But he also might be stuffing her.
But yeah, definitely. But he's also around 6'4" man. Besides, Chloe's just barely 6 feet, and maybe a little under that, and she's a woman. 6 foot tall for a woman is pretty tall. My best friend noticed too, blah, blah, blah. I gotta scroll through this. At this point, it's insane. She has another paragraph about her friend bitching about Chloe,
too. This is insane.
Here's the end of it. My brother said that her body and her fitness speaks for itself. And he said, quote, she's hot, so whatever she's doing is working, unquote. And she looked smug, like it was some kind of gotcha. Wasn't it, though? I just said there's no way a woman, and she said this out loud to this woman, there's no way a woman with her waistline could really be eating 2 plates full of chili cheese fries and double cheeseburger for lunch without getting large. My brother just told me to leave. A few days later at family dinner, Chloe barely talked to me. Can't imagine why. But she loaded up her plate full of a giant piece of cake. Oh my God.
How
she noticed that I noticed. And she put her hand on her stomach and said, just so you know, I'm going to digest all of this, okay?
Chloe, Chloe's cool.
Chloe fucking rules. Chloe rules.
How funny would it be if she tapped her belly and went, no, it's okay, I'm eating for 1.
My brother, sorry, this is really the end of it. My brother and I are very close, and he really wants me to get along with Chloe. He says that she's willing to forgive me if I genuinely apologize. I told him that I was just concerned, and that I felt like that this was partially his fault for telling her about the questions that I asked.
Oh, fuck.
And that Chloe is rightfully upset for snooping and prying. Am I really out of line here? I'm not kidding or exaggerating about what she eats. She would literally walk and double fist giant Instagram ice cream cones, and she'll finish them. She works out. She works out and does some sports, but it's not like she's in the Olympics or something. It has to be reasonable.
She's a sumo wrestler.
It has to be reasonable that I be concerned about her eating like she's Kirby's big sister, right?
What the fuck?
Am I the asshole for just worrying about someone my brother loves?
Yes!
Is that this bitch? I'm worried about her because I love her and my brother loves her. You are a salty, skinny bitch.
I told her she's a fucking cow to her face.
And she's hot. And you're jealous. She can eat a cheeseburger and work out and still be hot. You jealous bitch. I don't have to even talk about that much. You're jealous and you're weird about your brother's girlfriend because you're jealous that she's hot and your brother is fucking her. It's insane. Your boyfriend, by the way, is placating you. Because he likes skinny bitches too. And she's thick and good looking. And your brother likes it. And you can't stand that she can eat. And by the way, the amount that she knew what this girl ate at every family occasion, that girl doesn't even know what she ate.
She's been paying attention
Every
to it.
single thing she eats, this bitch is counting calories for her. She's not counting how many squats she does.
Eating the entire cake is aggressive.
Oh, she's eating a ton, obviously. But she's obviously doing a good job with it. I mean, she's working out, she's looking good, whatever you want to do. But it's so funny that she always counts what she's eating, but never watches her work out. So it's like she has to be having eating disorder or whatever. But it's just, I love that. So salty, so none of your business, none of your fucking business at all. Even if it was your business, to pose the question as, I'm just worried. I'm concerned about her, literally. No, you're not, you jealous little bitch. Shut the fuck up.
Because if you were, you wouldn't be writing a post like this.
You would not. And also, when your brother says, I think she's hot, leave her alone, and you go, I will not. I will count every fry she puts in her mouth. You're not concerned about your brother. You're not concerned about her. You're a jealous little bitch. You need to get over yourself.
You just know she's trying to spend as much time around them as possible so she can count the food.
Oh my god. And her dumb boyfriend should help her and be like, listen, it's not that important what kind of food you eat. It's fine. But instead he's like, she is a fat bitch. She's a fat bitch, but she's not fat. She's skinny. It's annoying. She's eating and she's not fat enough for what she's eating. You're supposed to be punished for your actions. You can't just eat a cheeseburger and be happy. You have to hate yourself like I do. Dumb bitch.
And
dude.
let's just give one more shout out to how
oh my god, that one was great.
Tap, tap, don't worry. I'll digest it all.
Chloe, you're a fucking boss, dude.
Class act woman. You're fucking fantastic.
She looked at me like I noticed her. She did notice. She now knows you're counting everything she eats. Doing. Yes. Oh my god, Chloe, you rock.
The moment Chloe showed up to that party, she was like, I can't wait to look your sister in the eyes while I pick this food up.
Dude, Chloe, you rock. Your boyfriend rocks. His sister, I'm glad they're close. They need to separate a little bit. They're getting weird. It's getting fucking weird.
His sister's a word that YouTube doesn't like.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you want to do one more and do a commercial?
Yeah, sure thing. I'll see if I can find a shorter one. That one was extensive, but I'm glad we dove into that.
I'm glad that one was so worth it.
That was something else.
That right now, asshole the video. We'll see if it changes by the end.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Am I the asshole for doing a half-assed job taking family pictures at a wedding because I was told to shut up and stop being a smartass?
Yeah, you're the asshole.
Okay, that's your initial thought.
Yep.
Okay. Here we go. I was taking pictures at a family wedding as a favor. I was being paid about half of what I normally charge, and I was fine with it. So this person is a professional photographer, you'd have to imagine, right?
Yeah.
They're going to charge. The bride is my favorite cousin, and her husband is amazing. During the formals, the wedding party was great, and I got a lot of great shots. When it came time to take pictures of different family groups, with the couple, the people were assholes. They wouldn't stop talking or looking away from the camera. I tried politely reminding everybody that the camera was the big black thing on the tripod and that it took still images, not video. I already like this guy. He probably is a smartass, but I like him already. Because I was repeatedly told to shut up and stop being a smartass and that they knew what a camera was. Well, do you? Because you're not fucking looking at it. I added that. That was not the person. I asked my wife.
I wonder what Wallace would have said to that, Joe.
This is pretty good. This guy has backup. He goes, I asked my wife to record a video of the responses to me, meaning that he's taking pictures and the wife's recording the video of what they're saying to him, which is not part of the wedding plan.
That's fantastic.
Okay. My cousin, the one who's his favorite cousin, the bride, was delighted with the pictures from the ceremony, the formals, and the reception. She laughed her ass off at the family pictures. In about half of them, people are looking off in all directions instead at the camera. In most of those, there are people with their mouths open. She thought it was hilarious, and her husband agreed. End of story. Those are the people who decided.
It's their wedding.
Yep, but it does continue. I started getting shit on social media from my family about the terrible pictures. I replied that I had tried to explain to them that the camera was the big black thing on the tripod and it only took still pictures. They said I should have waited for them to be ready. So I started posting the short video clips of people being jackasses towards me. The wife's video. This guy's a fucking legend, and his wife is a fucking team player. My mom said that I went too far. I'm sorry, they spelled it like this. Went too far.
Went too far.
Yeah, and that they won't ask me to take pictures from them again. I did a fake cry and said boo-hoo. She called me a smart aleck. Please let me state that I do not think that I am the asshole in the situation, but many people do. Am I the asshole? I say, Dom, you should go first. I can go first every time. Go ahead. Sorry. You're probably going first, but go ahead. I mean, your first response is like, you half-assed it, you are the asshole, and I would agree, but like, this guy has won me over.
This is the first one I flipped. I thought they were like bitching at the wedding about it, and he was like, I'm just not going to try that.
Yeah, no, I would have got that.
Yeah. Also, to be related and did the photography for them, and like,
and the bride and groom, they thought it was hilarious. They loved it. Yeah, like that's all that matters. I was like, shit in
that picture. It's not your wedding.
Mm-hmm. And
by the way, the picture of you and your husband is not going to be on their wall in their house.
No.
2 years from now, the only picture you'll ever see is the 4 pictures they picked out of them in the wedding party and maybe their parents.
Which are the good ones, because they said those are the pictures that were good. People were paying attention and all this shit. But I love how the wife recorded it and they put the videos up and now they're mad that they were exposed. Like, you shouldn't have showed people how we actually were awful to you. I love that thing. Like, sure, we were pieces of shit, but you can't tell anybody that. Well, then don't be pieces of shit then. And also the bride and groom said it's fine. I mean, this guy was being a smartass for sure, but I think justified smartass, I say not the asshole.
No fucking way.
If the bride and groom didn't like it and you recorded them just to make fun of them, I would have said asshole. But they shat on you. Bride and groom loved it. They got what they paid for. Definitely not the asshole. But your family is. They need to get their shit together. No wonder it's their favorite cousin. They probably are the only 2 cool people in the family. And then the husband and the wife are probably cool too. And everyone else is stuck up pieces of shit who can't pay attention for 5 seconds.
It's terrible.
You should have waited until we were ready. This guy's a professional photographer. He's used to waiting for people to be ready. You took advantage of it because it's, Connor's taking pictures. We can just fuck around. Yeah. If he was a professional photographer, they would have stepped in line. But they took advantage. He got half price for it. You're not the asshole.
Fucking ridiculous. Yeah.
Take us to our break there,
He's
Dom.
fine. That guy's fine. I mean, what even is an asshole? I mean, it's like...
We'll define that after the break.
What's going on, guys? It's Dom from the Dylan and Joe Basement Podcast. We just finished recording episode 99. Last episode 100. Obviously. It's a banger, man. It's good. It's a great one. One of the best ones of the year, if I do say so myself. Check it out. Especially If you like World War II, it's a very interesting one. It's good.
Brown, pink, or blue, I'm not the asshole. What do you think about that?
I told you time and time again. I'm sorry I made your eye blue.
All right, well, I guess I forgive you, and we should probably just start the recording now. Here we go.
You are still an asshole, though.
Okay. Hey, welcome back to Toilet Wine. I'm Joe. And you're Dom.
I'm Dom.
Okay, yeah. And we're talking about who's the asshole today, and it's definitely not us.
It's not me. It's not hell yeah.
It's not me. Oh yeah. So we thought we'd read a couple more of these Am I the Assholes before we tell our own tales of woe. And fair is fair. All is fair in love and
fair
war.
Is fair.
And we'll tell our own stories. But after this one, we have a couple more for you before we really wrap this thing up. And this one is definitely more of the modern take. We had one earlier this week talking about the 4th of July weekend with his pink-haired girlfriend that they should definitely break up. This one's also pretty modern because it happens to do with the cicada uprising, which happens every once in a while. This one is current. This one goes a little something like this. Am I the asshole for screaming at my husband after he locked me out during a cicada panic attack? Advice needed.
I'm sorry. Can you read that one more time?
Am I the asshole for screaming at my husband after he locked me out during a cicada panic attack?
What is wrong with this guy?
Well, let's figure out what's going on.
My initial thought is, no, you're not the asshole.
It sounds like he was torturing his wife, but we'll see what happens. I, 28 female, have an intense, debilitating phobia of cicadas. Which is interesting because that means it happened to you maybe once in your life. They don't come out that often. So it either happened once or twice in your life and you had a debilitating fear of them. Every year during cicada season, wait a minute. How many different cicada seasons are there? I know that some of them are 17 years, some of them are 13 years. Are some of them every year?
There are cicadas every year, but
but not like the full swarm.
It's not swarm. It's like
just a couple.
Look, a cicada. You see the shells every once in a while. I mean, you still hear them, but it's not the consistent ear pounding.
Yeah, so there's just some of them. Because you do hear that wah, 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 wah.
Yeah, it could be around like more like the Maryland, Kentucky, West Virginia area where they do usually pop up the most.
Yeah, but there's strict like 7 to 17 year thing where they always they all come out.
I believe the main ones are 13 years and 17 years. Okay, other than that, it's just like regular life, and some of them come out too early.
Right. Hey,
which is probably how they survive. Really, is those ones that reproduce on off years.
They keep it running. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's like those
ones that wait 17 years. They're the assholes.
Yeah. All right, move on. Next question.
All right, continue.
Let's see because we reserve judgment until we hear the full story. I have an intense, debilitating phobia of cicadas. Every year during cicada season, I have a strict routine to manage my fear. Whoa. I mentally prepare myself before leaving the house, make a quick dash to the already unlocked car, and then do the same when I get back home. This is definitely a phobia at this point.
Yeah.
My husband, who's 30 and a male, knows this well and has seen firsthand how terrified I get. Okay. Recently, after a particularly stressful day at work, my husband, classic woman stuff, front-loading how her day is. His actions are directly correlated to how much of a day I've had. Listen, folks, I'm just teasing, but, it's funny. My husband arrived.
I'm just teasing, but I'm serious.
My husband and I arrived home. I asked him to go ahead because I need a few more minutes to unwind in the car. That's fine. He has his own set of keys, and I had mine, but mine were buried deep in my large purse. Much like a cicada, a cicada buried beneath the earth, waiting to arise when it is ready. Rise! He went inside while I sat in the car, trying to calm down. When I finally felt ready, I made a dash for the house and the front door, only to find it locked. I started frantically ringing the doorbell, knowing he must have locked it by habit. Okay, so you admit that much.
All right.
After what felt like an eternity of panic and terror, I managed to call him. He finally got up.
I managed to pull my phone out and call the motherfucker.
In the deep, deep purse where the keys are also. She could have just got the keys at that point.
Yeah.
He finally got from where he was sitting just a few steps away and buzzed the door open. I was in a full-blown panic attack. By the time I got inside, I screamed at him, "Why on earth would you lock the door?" He shouted back, "I opened it, didn't I?" And he insisted.
Second time I'm going to say it. I think this guy was Italian.
And, hey, I opened it, didn't I? Hey. And I insisted that he insisted that I should have taken my keys out ahead of time. I explained how terrified I was and that I was shaking in fear, but he just brushed it off saying, "They're just cicadas. Everyone else is fine." So am I the asshole for screaming at my husband after he locked me out during a panic attack despite knowing about my severe phobia? Dom, what do you think about that?
You know, I think she's the asshole.
Why?
I think she is just the kind of person. I mean, I don't want to generalize this. I don't sound like an asshole myself, but maybe I will.
Let's do it anyway. For the sake of the podcast, let's generalize.
She seems like the kind of person that's always looking for something to bitch about. So, I'm allergic to this. Like, no, you're intolerant. Like, you can have it. It's just like, no, I'm allergic to that. It's like, no, you're not allergic to bees. It's just when you get stung, it swells naturally. No,
Yeah.
I'm allergic.
You don't like
I have
it.
a phobia of cicadas. Like, has one ever touched you? No, because you don't see them. Really, you just hear them. You hit them with your car. And I mean, maybe her husband did fuck with her a little bit. What's to say he didn't go through his normal routine where if you're walking to your house knowing you have stuff in your car still and lock it when you walk in, be like, oh shit, I gotta back out there anyways. Sometimes you just naturally lock your door. I don't like the way that he said, "I opened it, didn't I?" He could have said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to lock you out." But I think she's overreacting on the fact that she had to stay outside for an extra 30 seconds.
Right. But she was in a full-blown panic attack, Dom. You understand?
Oh, I'm sure.
There were zombies chasing her into the house, and her husband stood behind the door looking at her, waving his finger as she would get devoured to death by zombies. And he just watched it happen.
The cicadas that fuck and then die were trying to kill her.
They're going to fuck her, and then she was going to die. And she's fearful for a good reason.
Then she was going to be dead for 17 years. Do you want that for me,
again.
Jason?
Wow.
Wow, wow.
I'll get my take. Obviously the guy should have been more courteous when he said, "I opened it, didn't I?" But that was a man at the edge of his rope. This is my take. He
was edging.
I shouldn't call her a bitch.
He's been edging for 12 years.
That guy could have been a bastard. No, this guy who is definitely dealing with this on a daily basis. Like you said, the cicada phobia is not her only thing she has. She has many things like this. They got home, and he goes, "Want to go inside?" And she goes, "I need some time to decompress in the car." And he goes, "Okay." And he walked inside. He reflexively locked the door. Mistake he made. He didn't do it to hurt her or to scare her. He just did it. He didn't think about it. And then he went in there. He probably sat down on the couch for half an hour while his wife was having a stress meltdown in the car over the idea that bugs exist. And she goes to the door, and when she gets there, her fear response, it makes her angry. Like when you get back to the corner, you get mad because you're aggressive because you're scared. So she took it out on him, being like, "Why'd you lock the door? You locked me out just to scare me." He probably was like, "I opened it, didn't I?" Like, being like, "Okay," like he was felt defensive too. They both felt defensive, but ultimately, I'm not saying she couldn't be afraid of things, but like I think, like you said, she needs to manage her stress levels and her anxiety levels, and he can help her with that. But the way to do is not to blame it on him. If you're going to freak out about the door being open or closed, it really ain't the case. And going in there and acting like he put you in a pit of snakes is not the case. She's freaking out. She needs to relax. And he's on your side here, darling, okay? So fucking relax.
Yeah, I think open and shut.
You could have walked in with him. He could have shielded you against the cicada menace, you know?
Yeah. No, I need to...
He seems like a guy who's kind of just annoyed with her at this point. It's been years of this.
She's not the kind of girl to pull into the driveway, music blasting, shut it off right away with music loud. If she listens to loud music, Maybe she does. She gets home, she parks, turns it down. You're going to hear the cicadas as they're going on.
Yeah.
If you're that scared of them, you're not going to go like, I need to decompress in the car. You're going to be like, I need to go inside. Or I need to go to my she shed. I need to go somewhere not my car to calm down. I'm going to go take a bath and fucking finger the G.
Yeah, it definitely feels like I'm generalizing.
The thoughts of your boss.
It feels like we're generalizing for
His
the podcast.
house has a 3-car garage, not a 2. All right, I'm done.
But generalizing for the podcast, it seems like she is the kind of person who like makes, like I said, I'm allergic to everything. She's making mountains out of molehills. This guy's tired of it. He doesn't know how to deal with it, and she's doing herself no favors by taking this out on him, as if her major anxiety and panic attacks due to bugs are on the husband for not placating her at every step and every move.
Yeah,
if you have these kind of debilitating panics, it's not your fault for having them, but it is your responsibility. To quote people on mental health problems, it's like, it's not your fault that you have these fears, but it is your responsibility to deal with them in a reasonable manner.
It's not your fault. It's not your fault.
No one made you... You didn't make yourself scared of cicadas, I should say, but the fact that you are scared of them unreasonably, and you even said it's a phobia. A phobia is an unreasonable fear. So what you're saying is that you're afraid of them for no reason, and you're doing no steps to take care of that fear, and when you do have a mistake happen, your husband accidentally locked the door on you, instead of trying to manage your fear, you take it out on him like he fucked your...
It's his fault.
Yeah. So I say she is the asshole in this situation.
Hell yeah.
And the husband could have dealt with it better, but again, it just smells like she needs to start dealing with her own issues, and he should help her deal with them. But to shirk off all responsibility,
but she's the start.
Yeah, no one can wrap the whole world in bubble wrap for you, and if they forget to wrap one twig and you trip over it.
I don't want to wrap the world in bubble wrap for you.
Exactly. So
all right, what do you think? One more?
Yes. Absolutely.
And then obviously we'll do our ending festivities.
Yes, sir. This one is a doozy. I did save it for last.
It's a wazi. It's a woozy. It doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist. Anyways, that's been toilet wine. It doesn't exist. So am I the asshole for attending my teacher's event despite my age? Anything on that? The initial take? Or?
I have 2 things to say about that. First off, immediately, I don't like the wording on this one. And 2, if I could give you a high five in person for breaking down and drinking a bottle of Budweiser, I'd kiss you.
I didn't want to mention. I was like, I'm just going to drink this, and then Dom's just going to notice it.
This is by far the lightest beer. Not a complaint. Not a complaint at all. By far the lightest beer you have drank in 3 years of podcasting.
Bottle of red.
Bottle of
red. I don't have the blue.
A Bud Light. No, bottle of white. It can be a can of Bud Zero is white.
Bottle of white. Let's make ultra.
Whatever mood you're in tonight. Both.
For 2,
Gene Morrow.
What's the 2?
Hey. What?
You said 1, Budweiser. 2, probably a take on the, I don't know, on the, am I the asshole thing or no? You said you had 2 points.
Budweiser was the second one.
Oh, that was the second one.
Yeah, I don't remember what the first one was.
Okay. In the edit, I'll realize that I missed that.
The first one was related to the actual story.
Okay, all right, here we go. Throwaway account, because this entire situation has been so awkward. I love how they start with throwaway account. Like, I can't live this down.
I'm sorry, can you... Oh, this is the teacher one.
Am I the asshole for attending my teacher's event despite my age?
My first point was I don't like the wording in it.
Oh, okay, that was the first point. Gotcha, yeah. Throwaway account, because this entire situation has been so awkward for everyone involved, and my friends know my main account. Okay, that's why it's a throwaway account.
Yeah, that's the real reason. The reason is you.
She's not a perfect person, and she is a girl. And I'll tell you
her last name is Hubastag.
Recently, 16-year-old female, by far the youngest person who's wrote in so far that we've listened to.
Yep.
Began talking to this teacher, 33-year-old male at my school. Gay.
Quite gay.
We will reserve... I said okay. We will serve judgment until we get done here. We've known each other. This is so cute. I can't stop telling you. We've known each other for 2 years, but we recently started talking due to our one-on-one lessons. He started talking about a video game that he played, and even told me that he and his fiancée hosted many events where people would get together and play. I ended up Googling the game when I got home.
Sweet googly moogly.
It didn't seem very interesting, but I decided to try it and learn more since I wanted to get out of my comfort zone. All I really played were gothic horror video games. I looked into the game further, and I decided it seemed alright. This poor girl.
It's alright.
Oh my god.
I joined a chat room and coincidentally noticed my teacher was there. Because he was using
good for you.
because he was using his first and last name to advertise the event.
Dude, idiot.
I thought it might be weird if I say something, but I genuinely wanted to learn a little more about the game. So my plan was just to quickly pass by and spectate the others playing and then leave.
My plan. I had a plan.
I know the teacher. I won't say anything more than that. I don't like the game either. It's kind of interesting. But my plan was just to speculate and then leave. That was my plan. When I got to the event, my teacher was standing at the door, and he looked really horrified. The next day, I was met by a talk about boundaries and the reason why student-teacher interactions outside of school are frowned upon in America. The whole thing has gotten me in trouble with my parents. I feel really bad, and I've dropped the game since. Am I the asshole? Oh boy, this one is so.
Can you just
talk about framing it? What makes you look better? This is the most framed like a 16-year-old girl. I was just trying to. I don't know what's going on here. It's all a misunderstanding.
Can you just recap this by reading the title again?
I just closed out of Reddit. Am I the asshole for hanging out with my teacher even though I'm 16 years old and he's married? No, it's, oh, Jesus. Now I can't fucking find it. You're an asshole for doing that to me. I just read the whole thing 3 times for you. It's actually...
I know. I didn't expect you to be like, hey, we're done with that. We didn't even
am I the asshole for attending my teacher's event despite my age? Which is basically what we've already known the whole time. Attending my teacher's event despite my age.
That is so vague.
Yeah, attending his event despite my age. That could have been like a tutoring session. I mean, this whole thing is played out... Club. This whole thing is played out so obviously, which is the classic way of, like, kids lying or telling stories, which, when I was 16, I was like, I'm an adult. I can lie like a champion. This girl's lying like a kid.
This girl's just looking for validation on why she's okay to keep doing what she wants to fucking do.
Yes, and she also...
Which is something that 5 years ago I never would have said.
Yes, but also she doesn't... I do the adult thing of, like, come on. You're fucking lying. But also, I'm not mad at her. I'm just like...
Hold on. Don't do the adult thing of telling a 16-year-old to come on.
Come on. Come on. No. No. Like, I get it where it's like, you're fucking lying. Like, get a hold of yourself. But also, I'm not mad at her. Like, she had to learn this lesson. She's obviously sad and weird, which I've been in my life. Many people have been. She had a one-on-one tutoring session with her teacher, who she's attracted to, definitely. He talked about a video game that he plays that she doesn't like at all. And about him and his wife hosting an event. And she thought, ooh, I'm connecting with this man. I'm getting male attention that I don't usually get from anybody. Hopefully my dad gives me some attention, not like that, but like
in a good way.
But usually this is how it sparks. If you don't get attention from... matriarch or patriarch, you start to seek it other ways. And then she figured, ooh, I'm just going to look at this game that I don't like. I usually play gothic horror games.
I'm just going to look at this gay I don't like.
Nice touch. I am hitting M's on those. Just keep saying I'm saying gay. I'm not saying gay. I'm saying game. Son of a bitch.
Hey, it's okay, Joe. You're just following Florida's don't say gay law. It's okay.
Don't say gay. We're good on YouTube. And then
It's
she
okay.
goes, I downloaded the game. I didn't like it. I went on a Discord just to learn more about it. I accidentally found my teacher's exact first and last name. Whoopsie.
Oh.
I did it. Whoopsie. And the game's popular enough to host events, so it's not like a indie game where there's only like 100 players. Like, this is clearly a large, online game.
Also, she sucks.
All right.
She's the problem.
All right. Well, let me finish my description, and then we'll decide if we're thinking the asshole or not. And then when she goes there, she goes, I was honestly just going to walk by the front door, and that was it, after I stalked this guy to his event. I wasn't even going to do anything. I was just going to look at it kind of passively, which no one would ever do no matter what. Everyone, when they plan to do something, they do something about it. And then, unfortunately for her, she couldn't get in there before her teacher looked at her horrified, and then her parents had to talk to her about it. All right, so now you say she's the asshole, huh?
Yes, but I don't think asshole's the right word for it, though.
Yeah.
I think she's just a fucking idiot.
Yeah. I think she's naive and sad.
That's what I said.
Yeah. I would say if she's the asshole in this context, she is the asshole in this story because the teacher did nothing to deserve this and her parents have to deal with this shit. But I think in the reality of the real world, no assholes here. She learned a lesson she had to learn about, like, the definition of boundaries between teachers and students, and she felt a certain way about him, and she didn't realize it, and she's just a weird little kid. Like, it's fine. Like, I don't think she's actually an asshole for doing that, but she did step a boundary, and it was weird. And obviously, if she was a male student at 16 and it was a female teacher, it would be even more creepy.
It'd be a news story.
Yes. So I do think that she was in the wrong here, definitely. I hope she learned her lesson. And, of course, who can blame her? She's 16 years old. She's lying about the story, being like, I don't know, I didn't do anything wrong. But, yes, you did. You creeped out. You stalked your teacher. It's weird as fuck. It's fine.
Yeah.
But I would say that no assholes here. She fucked up, but hopefully she learns from it. And she meets a cool gothic horror boyfriend and doesn't have to be hitting on her 33-year-old teacher, which 33 years old, now for me it's not that old, but when you're in high school, that's fucking old, dude. I had teachers who were in their mid-20s, and I thought they were like...
age. That's double her age.
Yes, exactly. I had a teacher who was like 27, and I was like, ooh, older lady, nice. Like 33 for a kid, you're
she's like,
damn.
I graduated from my master's degree last year.
Yeah. I mean, you get substitute teachers like 22 when you're a kid, you're like, that's a woman right there. But like 33, that's an adult man with a...
Yep.
Yeah, that's really old for a teenager.
33-year-old woman, that's an adult man.
That's an adult man.
All right,
So
so you want to take our last break and do our little toast that we like to do here on Total Wine?
Mm-hmm. Get our cups ready, and then, hey, what's good for the
get
goose
it
is good for the
done.
gander. Am I the asshole? We can talk about their stories, but now Dom and I are going to tell our Am I the Asshole stories, and we'll decide whether we're the
And
asshole or
I'm
not.
going first.
And I'm going crazy!
I got a secret formula. It's just a little bit of and a little bit of. I got a secret, so keep it on the low. If I tell you, make sure nobody knows. Because in my lab I got hit. In my lab I got rhyme. In my lab I got phone. In my lab, conspiracists try to find us. You get to the lab, but information won't leak. Cause I keeps it in the lab. Top security, so thieves can't nab. No way to obtain, no way to have. You can't grab a hold of what's not possible. Why risk your life going through these obstacles? Don't even try to get it. Don't even try to get it. A lot of people attempted, but they gotta get it. And when they die, they didn't. Yo, the secret's hitting. That's just the way the song's written, bro. I got a secret.
I gotta admit, you totally could be wrong here. I honestly believe that you couldn't count down from 10 to 1, but I mean, you didn't do it. You counted from 10 to 6, which is close, but you're going in the right direction.
I am cutting that out as one of my favorite segments is I can't believe you proved me wrong here, along with the you're right, and also I was wrong. Those are all saved in my Rolodex of things you said that I can just drop in willy-nilly.
I was wrong.
Those are useful segments. I have one of the new episode where Dylan goes, you know what? Joe was right. And I just save those for later. Editing power is powerful.
Yep.
So what brings us here today?
How you been, Joe?
Oh, I'm not doing this. Keep it moving.
When was the last time you ate oatmeal?
I didn't mean to be like a
long
horse.
Time ago, because it sucks, right? Oatmeal's terrible.
That's why I ate oatmeal? I don't know. After I ran the Kentucky Derby. Yeah, I must ate oatmeal when I was like a kid. I don't ever eat oatmeal. Never.
It's not even fucking worth it.
No.
But we're
Never
not here
liked
to talk about oatmeal now, are we, Joe?
I hope not. I sincerely
I'm just
hope
talking out
not.
of my asshole.
Raisin Bran Concert Hour with Peeves and Cheeves. Here we go.
Well, as all of our listeners know, and I mean, I guess you know also, we're just coming
Yeah,
off
you
of
just said the same thing twice.
I believe it. We just talked about who was an asshole and who wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
For a good amount of time. I had a good time
did.
talking about it.
Yeah.
You know, Reddit is a wonderful website, and I think we've come to that time, which is tradition for toilet wine, which I've said many times. It came out of thin air because toilet wine was started on the spot, but we always do a little toast to something.
Cheers and beers and cheers. Here we go.
And you know what? It's always tough to decide what we're going to toast to because we never think about it until we're ready for it. That's how you know it's from the heart.
The spirit of the moment.
If you look back at some episodes, specifically the Fountain of Youth,
mm-hmm.
I've offered a toast that got rejected before and I had to change it. So we'll see if this one works also.
I can't imagine that I would do that to you, but we'll see if I do.
It was you. Yes, you did do it. I'm just going to toast to the fact that, you know, we're all assholes sometimes.
Yeah. I completely agree with that one. Cheers to that.
Yeah. Cheers to that, brother. Hell yeah. And
woo, we are all assholes sometimes, that's for sure. Lest you think that we're standing in judgment of these people, which we are. We're judging them very strongly of what their actions are. Yeah. But because for the grace of God, go on.
Normally, at this point, we would end the episode because we did our shot. Well, guess what? We're switching it up. Now we're going to tell stories, see if we were the assholes.
We have to see if we are. That's only fair. We're just judging the whole time. And Dom, I think you said you wanted to go first.
As the host of Tiller, I would like to go first.
I would love for you to go first. Now you tell me all about it there, buddy.
Because I had a hard time, as we talked about before in our pre-show jerk-off session.
As, of course, is tradition.
We both had a hard time figuring this out, what we're going to say was because...
Well, I had a soft time, but then I eventually had a hard time before the show had to start.
Yeah, as soon as I showed up, he had a hard time.
Hey, buddy.
Most memories of yours are like, either I clearly am an asshole or I didn't do anything wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime where it could be, you block it out. You're like, I don't even want to think about it.
Your brain wants to categorize it anxious. One way or the other, for sure, yeah.
Yeah. So it took me a little bit to figure out what I was going to talk about for this, and I finally fucking figured it out. I'm not going to lie. It was literally last night when we learned about we were doing this. Mm-hmm. I didn't have the story ready or the idea in my head until about 2 p.m. today.
You don't have to admit that, but I appreciate it.
So this is, I'll try to, we're both going to do it, whether you want to or not.
So you have to say your title first. And
we're doing it in Reddit style.
Yes, Reddit style. Yeah, say the title. Am I the asshole? And then say the thing, and then we just tell a story.
Am I the asshole for using my dead uncle as a story for why I was outside late at night?
See, now my first response is, yes, but there might be a justification, so we'll read it through.
So this was in high school. It was one of the few times I can talk about this because my mom doesn't watch this, and if she does, she can't get this far into it without being like, "Oh, too many F words."
Yeah, and also, it was come on. You know us if you're a part of our family.
I'm sure they whatever. I've told the amount.
We don't need to backlog this. No one's listening anyways, besides the Spotify listeners who are not in our family, because no one knows how to use Spotify.
Yeah, shout out Spotify.
Shout out Spotify. June is our most popular month. We're the most popular we've ever been on Spotify. I don't know how it's happening, but YouTube, you suck. I don't even know why I'm editing the video portion of it. It's all about the audio, baby. Spotify listeners, we fucking love you. Keep it up.
You guys are the best. So it was one of the few times my friends and I drank at my house in high school. Mm-hmm. We'll say my friend PB showed up. He had rum So we're like, oh, he's bringing the rum. Yeah,
Any loyal listeners will know who this is. We never used to say his name, but he comes up a lot. PB.
Oh, he comes.
Now you come.
So he was like, yeah, I got a bottle of Captain Morgan. I'll bring it. We didn't know, and he didn't know either because we were just fucking dumb kids. It was 100 proof Captain Morgan.
Yeah, which is the high-octane version of the already strong for teenagers version of Captain Morgan.
Captain Morgan. Yeah, we're not.
I don't want to keep interrupting your story, but like, yeah, we're tapping the Admiral.
Yeah. So we're drinking this rum, 100 proof, getting pretty drunk. We drank. I'll clarify it. If I was in high school and I held in a store, I said we drank the whole bottle. The bottle was like 3/4 full when we got to it. Still, 4 of us drank the whole thing that night. PB, who brought it, passed it out on the floor. We have to pick him up onto the couch. Great night. Just great fun. So I'm like, I'm smart.
Outrageous
it's 2
fun.
in the morning. This is the time to get rid of the bottle. I walk into the woods at my parents' house. It has plenty of woods. I throw it into the woods. I'm walking back. I'm like, oh shit, I can't see anything. I gotta use my phone for the flashlight. I'm walking up the hill. I get there. Doesn't my oldest sister come home, get driven home from a bar, and she sees the light. She just goes, Dominic? And I go, oh, fuck. And I go, yeah? And I walk up to her, and she goes, what are you doing? I was like, I'm just going for a walk, because like I was thinking a lot about my uncle. I'm not saying his name. And she was like, oh, okay. And she went inside, and I went inside. I walked to my friends. I'm like, holy shit, I just almost got caught throwing the bottle in. What happened? And I explained it, and they were like, oh, her? Yeah, we heard her walk in. She's drunk. You're fine. But I woke up the next day, and I felt guilty for using my uncle as an excuse for why I was outside throwing the bottle into the thing. Now, am I the asshole for using him as my excuse for why I was out there?
Are you the asshole? This is a great fucking question. So we couldn't have timed it better with our last story about a teenage kid trying to justify their weird compulsions to have fun or whatever they think it is. If that happened last week, I would say 100% you're the asshole. What are you doing? You get nothing to lose, nothing to gain. Just say, oh, well, I'm just, I'm trying to hide. Let's just change it from alcohol. Let's just say I was smoking a cigarette. Your sister comes home and you want to hide that from your family and be like, oh, I was thinking about my uncle. That would have been an asshole move. You could have just been like, hey, I was out here. You could have just lied. Or you could have been like, lied regular, not sad lie that pulls at the heartstrings. Yep. Or you could have been like, oh, I'm smoking a cigarette. I'm ashamed of myself, whatever. But the fact that like you were a kid and you were like, oh, if I do this, she's going to get me in trouble and change my life based on this. And I think that's fine to avoid pain for myself. I don't think you're the asshole. I think you're like that girl in the last story. You're naive. You're trying to get. You're like a rat in a bucket. You're like, I don't know. What do I do? Not realizing you're not in any real danger of anything going wrong, especially because that person was also not really asking you. Like, they weren't giving you the 20 questions being like, what's going on here? They're just like, what are you doing here? Classic your family thing where you're like, what are you doing? It's like, nothing. Leave me alone. Whoa, what is that?
I'm drunk, just like you.
Yeah, it's like asking too many questions. So I would say, my opinion alone, you are not the asshole in the story. But if you did it again, now knowing what you know, you would be. So you were naive. You were a kid. It's no big deal. And using people's, heartstrings frivolously is an asshole move. But at the time, now you know better. So I would say not the asshole.
Yeah, I hate to be the guy that comments on my own thing, but I would also agree I wasn't the asshole.
No, you should comment. I'm going to comment on mine. Go ahead.
All right. Many years later, because it's one of those things, about me and my siblings' memories, how obscure they are. We remember all the stupid shit that doesn't matter.
You guys have a safety lock for everything that's
all the time.
Random.
Dude, a couple of years ago, playing disc golf in the backyard, I found the bottle. I know where it is.
Actually, that the story was going to end up that you didn't throw it far enough, and then your parents were like, "What the fuck is this?" But actually, it was your sister came down and was like, "What are you doing out there?" You're like, "I don't know. I'm just kind of thinking about things, taking a walk."
No, it wasn't even disc golf. I was tapping maple trees with my dad.
The Admiral.
And I found it, and I went, "Hey, you see this?" And he was like, "Yeah, what's that?" I go, I told him, I was like, "This is from me and my friends," because the amount of times I'd walk through the woods with him and he goes, "Hey, see this bottle? This is Tony's." Like, it's just another generation being like, "Hey, that's my bottle. I threw that there."
I love those woods. Who doesn't love those woods?
No, because I've thought about it years and years. I think about that's how I still thought about it. I thought about it today to use as this. I still think about it.
Mm-hmm.
That uncle, he would have loved that I used him as an excuse to get away with drinking.
Of course. It's the spirit of the law versus the letter of the law. Absolutely.
Yes, I don't think I was the asshole for that. It did bother me for a couple of years after it happened, but I don't think it was a big
You shouldn't be
deal.
bothered because again, if you did it next weekend, I'd be like, yeah, you're an asshole for doing that. There's no way.
Yeah, it's been like 10 years, and I'm like, oh, I was thinking about him.
No, but not just that. Like, if there was a new uncle, new story, and that, like,
at my age, you mean?
At your age, I mean, yeah. To do that again, it would be an asshole move. But at the time, you're a kid, you're stupid, you don't know what's going on. It's fine. It's all good. So mine's not as sentimental as that. Mine's a little bit more frivolous, of course, but I'll leave my opinions out of it. I'm going to tell it as a Reddit story. Am I the asshole? The Reddit title. Am I the asshole for yelling at a man who wouldn't move in a parking lot? That'll be my story.
Dude, you can't yell at your dad. You're an adult.
I guess I could have worded that better. Wouldn't move his car, I should say. It wasn't a pedestrian. Wouldn't move his car in a parking lot.
So off, just without diving into it right now, I'm going to say you're not the asshole. But let's hear the story.
Okay. Well, we'll see how it goes. So this is
and that's coming from someone who knows you.
Yes, and this is recently. This is this year, probably about 3-4 months ago. I'm in a parking lot. So not a driveway, not a roadway, and I know...
Like, is that outside of like a store or something?
Yes, it's a plaza with a Stop and Shop, a nail salon, liquor store, veterinarian.
What were you there for?
I was there to go grocery shopping and then probably buy some beer.
And get a mean Handy J?
Probably both, yeah. So I head in the parking lot there, and as you head into there, there's a 4-way stop sign. It's an odd lot. You go in from a light, and then there's stop sign 4-way to get into the lot. There's 2 fake roads with stop signs, and then one definitely fake stop sign heading towards you. But it's all to try to manage traffic because people, for whatever reason, when they get into large parking lots, they think it's an open field. And they can just drive across all the spaces. They can drive wherever they want. It's fine. Who cares? It's a private lot. Not realizing the rules of the road are annoying and bullshit, but they are for a reason so people know what you're going to do. It's all about predictability. So now I'll front load my story with that. If I was reading my own story, I'd be like, this guy's going to be an asshole because he's already trying to give excuses before he even starts. But anyways, here we go.
No, so I'm 100% on board with you right now.
I go through, I stop at the first stop sign, I head through. Now, there's a stop sign facing me, no one's at it, which shows that there's multiple lanes because you can cross across. So I'm driving towards the same area. There's parking spaces on both sides, and I'm driving the same lane I was in. I'm heading towards the plaza more. And as an SUV, it's crawling towards me, closer and closer. It is head on.
I'll try to stop interrupting you, but is there anything worse than the car that's like just barely moving? You can't tell what they're trying to do.
What predictability?
Like,
what are you doing?
Are you trying to go?
Yeah. So this guy, I guess I know he's a guy now. This SUV is head on. If we both floor it, it's a head-on collision. But we're driving very slowly, and so to picture it, right lane me. If there was lanes, which there are in a parking lot, you on the right, right?
They're there.
I'm in the right lane, quote unquote. He's in the left lane. We're headed towards each other, and I'm looking at him being like, when is he going to move over? Because I'm not going to move. If I go left, it'll be even crazier. We're going European style on this, and I'm slowing down. Now I'm coming to a complete stop, and he's coming to a complete stop, and he looks at me, and I'm looking at him. I'm like, what's going on now? You want to go this way? Go to the right side in a road, in a parking lot, and go around. They're not even passing me. You just don't drive into me. It's what are we doing here? Just you go where you're gonna go, and I go where I'm gonna go. So he stops and looks at me and goes, And I'm like, what do you mean what? I'm driving where I'm supposed to be. You're about to hit me. We now both
That's
stopped.
the worst ever, though.
We've now both stopped.
You did it. You did it. Why are you going like this to me? You did it.
We've now both stopped, and I'll describe to listeners what I do. I go and I look at him after he does that, and I point to the side of the parking lot road he should be on. I point to that. I go like this. I go like this. I point at the other lane he should be in, which is not directly in front of me, but slightly to the side where it would be fine. Right past each other. I pointed that, and he looks at me again, and he goes like this. He puts his hands to the right, like, sure, go ahead. And I go, does he want me to drive in the lane he should be in? Because he's stopped. Is this like a face-off? He does that, and I just stop, and I look at him like a head up, and I go, and I give kind of like a go on ahead motion beyond that. And he again goes, what the hell? We're at a stalemate, except the problem is he's about to hit me if I don't stop. So what's the stalemate about? And then eventually, I don't know, probably 30 seconds in, he eventually, now he's going into the lane he's going in. And I realize he's right next to an open parking spot. And I go, oh, maybe he thought I was going to take his spot and he was going to give it to me. Except then he continues driving where he was going to go anyways, which is what I thought he was going to do. And he looks over at me and I go, oh, so you weren't even going to take the space. You just wanted me to drive around you for no fucking reason in the wrong lane? And he rolls down his window. It's him and his wife in an SUV, a Lexus, white Lexus. And he looks at me and he goes, what are you doing? And I go, there's 2 fucking lanes. You're about to hit me. And he go, smart ass. And he rolls his window up. And I go, as he rolls it up, I go, I'd rather be a smart ass than a dumbass. And then I roll forward. In his defense, he thought I was trying to get into that parking space and he was letting me. But the thing is, then just drive by me in the lane you're supposed to be in. Don't almost hit me and then make my problem. Am I the asshole here? I don't know. Please tell me.
No, you're not an asshole.
What's going on here?
He's a fucking idiot. You're not an asshole. Honestly, I want to say you could have handled it better, but I would have done the same exact
I could have handled
thing.
it better, yeah. I'll be quiet.
Because I also would have fucking flipped my lid and been like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You're dumb. Like, see, I wrote down a note right fucking here during your story that's going to relate to this. Okay. You ever walk through a grocery store?
Yes, quite often.
Do you walk? For me, anyways, from what I see, most people, they walk through a grocery store like they're on the road. You stay on the right side.
Yes.
You think,
there's no police there, but there's an order to how we move. And
yeah.
It's, you know.
If you need something on the left side, you either turn around or you stop your carriage on the right, walk over and grab it. Don't block anyone, and everything just flows evenly. People that go through parking lots,
Willy fucking
like, oh no,
nilly.
it's not the road. There's no laws. Like, technically, you are right, because also the stop signs in parking lots, cops can't. They're not.
Yes,
whatever the word is for it. They're not.
Yeah, they're not. If they're not on public roads, they're not enforceable for traffic violations.
Enforceable. That's the word I'm looking for.
Yes.
But yeah, this guy's a fucking. Because I guarantee he did not realize what he was doing or what you're trying to say. He's just fucking dumb.
He thought I was trying to get that spot, and he was like, I'm being nice, take the spot. I'm like, I don't want the spot. I want to get the fuck out of my way. I'm about to hit you if you don't fucking move.
I'm trying to go straight.
And I stopped, and I let him crawl towards me, and I was like, I'm going to stop now, and be like, get over there. And he's like, okay, fine, take the space. I think that
You're
he
like,
thought...
You. Over there. He's like, yeah, go for it.
I'm like, no, you get the fuck out of my way, dude. This is crazy. I use my blinkers in parking lots so people know what I intend to do.
They have to know.
I know he doesn't do that because he doesn't drive on the right side of the road, but I do it to know I intend to move into this spot. You don't have to use words. But he just thought, oh, this idiot's like me. He just stands there and goes, what do I do? And he goes, okay, I'll give you permission. My take on it, I didn't let you finish, is that he thought that I was like him, and I used my blinker, and he's like, oh, this guy wants a spot. So I stop. And I let him have it, and I point at it, and he thought I was pointing at the spot, not get the fuck over there. And then when he realized I was saying get the fuck over there, he was embarrassed in front of his wife. Because his wife was sitting next to him, and he goes, "Oh, I won't stand for this. I'm not an idiot. You're an idiot. You're being a smartass. Oh yeah,
I'll show you a smart ass.
Smarter than you, you fucking." Ugh.
It's that redhead guy that just fucking pwned me.
I fucking hate that guy, man. So the thing is, I don't want to be the easy, like, oh, obviously I'm not the asshole, but like I was nitpicky, I was annoying, and I was being a smartass, but I wasn't trying to trick him. I was trying to tell him this is how it goes, man. I wasn't trying to be like, I wasn't trying to trick him.
It is.
So I don't know. That's my.
You're totally, you were totally in the right there.
Thank you.
That guy's just an idiot, and
I just wish I knew
honestly,
that he heard me say better than being a dumbass, and he would respond, because I don't know if he heard that, but I really wish he did hear it. It was so good.
I think
being a smartass better than being a dumbass. I love that line, but he didn't respond, and he gunned it, and I was like, oh, I wish he would have heard that.
Which is good. I mean, honestly, I think you're not the asshole. I'm not the asshole. I think we're pretty good at picking who's an asshole and who isn't, based on what I've seen tonight.
Yeah, picking our own stories.
We never really disagreed.
Yeah.
We did our shot. Dylan's not here. It's total wine. We can end it however we want. You know how I'm going to end it?
What's that?
Watch Jiminy Glick interview Bill Hader.
I agree with him. Check it out.
Anyone who
Glick
makes
is
this
back
far
in a big way.
You're gonna love it. If you made it this far, you're gonna love Jiminy Glick. You know who
literally
Jiminy
is
Glick
Hader
is?
watching one of his
Watch
comedy heroes. He can't stop laughing because he thinks it's so.
He can't hate it. It's so good. It's fantastic. And with that, thank you for drinking our toilet wine. We'll see you soon with another episode of the actual Dual and Donation podcast.
Wanna know why I'm not what you want me to be? Cause you did not create me, that was done by G.O.D. I'm an asshole, and I'm all about my cash flow. One deep since the beginning, way before I made it cool. Bitch, don't make me act a motherfucking fool. I'm an asshole, and I'm all about my cash.
I'm the asshole for not telling my girlfriend's friend that her boob popped out.
No. I don't think she's an asshole.
Well, we have to read it because you don't know. It could be an allergy thing. It could be an allergy.
It could be an allergy thing.
He could be allergic to responsibility. It's hard to say.
No. I didn't cheat on you. I'm allergic to your sperm, and I know how much you wanted a kid, so I made it work.
Hey, I'm not being racist. I'm just calling like a CMK, buddy.
Let's just say this kid doesn't look like the baby from Ice Age.
Well, how do I know the man you bring around is actually your dad and not your affair partner? Oh, what the fuck?
Wow.
Oh, my God. Talk about doubling down on being a fucking moron.
Fucking prods. You can take that part out if you want. Oh, it's not recording. All right, good. It is recording. Okay, good.
And she put her hand on her stomach and said, just so you know, I'm going to digest all of this, okay? It has to be reasonable that I be concerned about her eating like she's Kirby's big sister, right? This guy I don't know what this guy does. If he eats you out or does your lawn, you don't love this guy at all.
What's
he
the
just
difference?
kind of hangs around. That's going at the end. Good job.
I need to go inside. Or I need to go to my she shed. I need to go somewhere not my car to calm down. I'm going to go take a bath and fucking finger the G.